It's game day! Chiefs! Oh, man. God, I'm jacked up. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am not 100%, just like Patrick Mahomes. For those of you who don't know, Patrick Mahomes is under the weather, but he is going to obviously play. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully we will get a Chiefs win today. Man, I'm really, really excited about this. It's snowing out in Denver, so we got the NFL's first snow game of the year. It's very exciting. If you're just tuning in, waiting for live play-by-play and reaction, you will get that. The game has not started yet. I just am getting ready. Right now, actually, where I'm at in the country is they're showing New York versus New York. So it's kind of interesting. Games hit overtime. It's 10-10. The Giants have a guy as their starting quarterback I've never even heard of before. I've never even heard of this kid. So for those of you who don't know, Daniel Jones was injured. Tyrod Taylor stepped in. He is injured, and it's DeVito. I actually do not know who this is. True story. No clue who it is. But he's taken over, and the score is 10-10 right now. And that's the game right now is Giants Jets tied up at 10, and that's what we're watching on TV right now. So as we are getting ready to watch the Chiefs and Broncos, it's been a really, really good day of NFL games. Jacksonville got its first win of the year, so congratulations to the Jacksonville misspoke there. I'm sorry. The Carolina Panthers got their first win of the year. Miami beat New England 31-17. Minnesota beat Green Bay 24-10. Cousins is injured. One of my subscribers told me that Kirk Cousins has a torn Achilles. I am not able to confirm that. Dallas won big over the Rams 43-20. Philly held off Washington 38-31. Jacksonville beat Pittsburgh 20-10. And the Saints in a big game, high-scoring game, 38-27 over Indianapolis, and Tennessee 28-23 over Atlanta. Will Levis 4 touchdown passes to start his NFL career. What a great job by Will Levis. Big win week 1. So we got some really good games that have happened already. We got some good games that are going on right now. I will give you score updates during the commercial break. Right now, the only game that's going on right now this afternoon is Seattle and Cleveland. Seattle's up 7-0. I have DraftKings pulled up that I will be going back and forth to. So if you're doing any prop betting, sports betting, I have DraftKings pulled up. I'll do everything I can to give you as much up-to-date information. If you are interested in doing some sports betting, I'm going to do everything I can to keep you informed. If you want to do some in-game betting, I'll keep you informed on the stats and numbers and everything that's going on. It's going to be a good game once it kicks off here. I'm really excited. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game with Jacksonville winning. Even though the Chiefs beat Jacksonville, Jacksonville's now 5-2. Kansas City really needs a win today. And keep in mind, next week they're going to play the 5-2 Dolphins, fresh off of a 31-17 win over the Patriots. So even though it may not seem like it's that big of a deal, Chiefs really need to stay hot in order to make sure that they can get that 1 seed, the all-important 1 seed. With Denver, all they need is 1 win to get their season turned around, and this is it. This is it. They're 2-5 on the year, but they go to 3-5 with the win today. Everything changes. Everything changes. So we're getting ready here. The Chiefs are going to receive shortly here, even though it's supposed to be snowing out in beautiful Denver. The field is clear. Great job to the Denver field crew for getting everything cleared up. And we will be on our way soon here. Kansas City is going to receive. Denver's going to kick off, going right to left on your screen here. The kick is up. Miracle Hardman's going to signal for a touchback, and Kansas City will get the ball first and 10 on the 25-yard line. Now, keep in mind, Patrick Mahomes is not feeling well today, but I don't expect Patrick Mahomes to be off. Last time these two played, it was Kansas City 19, Denver 8, Denver's best defensive game of the year. But Kansas City's defense has been really well itself. I think that what Denver wants to do is keep this low-scoring game. Kansas City's lining up here. It's 1st and 10 on the 25 here. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation. Isaiah Pacheco to his right. It's going to be a handoff around the right side, and Denver's defense swarming all over. He probably got just back to the line of scrimmage here, as it's going to be a 2nd and 10 here. Great job by Denver's defense, first play of the game. What you want to do if you're the Denver Broncos, you want to have this be you really want to eat up the clock, low possession game. You don't want this to be a shootout. That's the last thing that you want. 2nd and 10, Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation. Kelsey moves down to motion to the bottom of the screen. Patrick Mahomes scrambling around to his left here, checks it down to Pacheco at the 20, and he's going to be slammed down for about a 3, maybe a 4-yard loss here. Great job by Denver's defense early on, swarming around Pacheco. They put pressure on Mahomes. He had to check down for looked like about 3, maybe a 4-yard loss here. So it's going to be 3rd and long. Chiefs in danger of going 3 and out here. So what you're looking at is you're going to have Noah Gray's going to check into the game with Patrick Mahomes. Justin Watson, who's been on hasn't been playing for the last couple of weeks, he's in. So you're going to have MVS and Justin Watson in, Noah Gray and Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce and MVS to the bottom of the screen here. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation. Joe McKinnon's in the game here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's looking around. He's got protection, and he's got time to throw, and he's looking, and pump fake, and he's going to just throw the ball away. So it's going to be 3 and out for the Kansas City Chiefs early on. And there's some talking here early on with the Denver Broncos and Patrick Mahomes. So quick 3 and out. Couldn't start off any better for the Denver Broncos early on. What a great job by Denver here. What they did was a really good job. They basically double covered. They went ahead and played 2 deep defense, and then they had double coverage on Kelsey, and they were able to put some pressure on Mahomes as well. So Pat Kinsey back to punt here. And it's going to be a nice punt, going to be returned at the 30. He's cutting back to right field to 40, to the 45. He's got some room. He's to the Chiefs 45, back to the 40. Leo Chenal and Tommy Townsend on the tackle as they are in enemy territory, and Tommy Townsend's banged up. Why is he making tackles? But you don't want your punter making tackles here. So this could not be any better of a start. Marvin Mims with an excellent punt return, 32-yard punt return, setting up in Chiefs territory for the first drive of the game. Could not be any better for the Kansas City Chiefs. Could not be any better for the Denver Broncos. Could not be any better. 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos on the Chiefs 39-yard line. It's going to be, looks like they're going to line up in 13 personnel. Russell Wilson's under center. It's going to be a handoff, and he's going to go right to the outside, right to the left side here. And Javonte Williams here. And this is a guy that really needs a lot of touches. If Denver wants to win this game, Javonte Williams has to be involved. And he's got a quick gain of 3, so it's going to be a 2nd and 7 here. They're going to call it 2nd and 6, so it's a long 6, short 7, depending on how you look at it. Russell Wilson under center. Looks like they're going to stick. Actually, they're going to go with 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers here. It's going to be a handoff around the right side this time, but Justin Reed tackles him in the backfield. He may get to the line of scrimmage. I'm going to call it a loss of 1 here. It's going to be a 3rd and long here. With the weather the way it is, even though there's no snow on the ground, right now, if it's an incomplete pass, you would be looking at roughly a 56, 57-yard field goal. So big key 3rd down here. 3rd and 6 for the Denver Broncos here. Russell Wilson's going to be in shotgun formation here. 2 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Actually, it's going to be a motion to make it trips to the bottom here. It's a quick throw, check down to the backup running back. Gets a 35 to the 30. Pass, gets a 1st down. Denver Broncos get a 1st down, gain of 8. McLaughlin What a great job here. They just throw a quick screen pass. What they did is they motion receiver from the top to the bottom of the screen. They put 3 wide receivers out there, and McLaughlin just makes enough to make it happen. First down for the Denver Broncos. Great job by Denver Broncos offense right here. This is exactly what you want to do. Ball control, eat up the time of possession, and most important, you want to put points up here. 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos on the 26 here. Russell Wilson goes back to under center. Looks like you're going with 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs. McLaughlin's going to stay in there. It's going to be a handoff to it's Javonte Williams, actually. Nice gain. He gets a gain of 6 there. Nice gain on first down for Javonte Williams here. So you got a 2nd and 3rd once second and third here as play resumes here. Chiefs are lining up here. Russell Wilson's going to line up under center again. Javonte Williams only one in the backfield. He's lined up about 7 yards deep here, right round the right side, and gets a gain of 3, maybe 4. He's very close to the first down, so it's going to be a 3rd and about a half a yard here. Javonte Williams, big running back for the Denver Broncos. And just in case you're interested, the New York Jets have lined up for a field goal, and it is good. The Jets will win the game 13-10 against the New York Giants. So it's going to be a big 3rd down here inside the red zone for the Denver Broncos. It's going to be 3rd and 1 at the 16-yard line here. 17-yard line. It's going to be a quarterback sneak, and it looks like Russell Wilson's got enough for the first down. Just surged forward for about a gain of 2. Great job by Russell Wilson here. Great job by Russell Wilson, and this is exactly what Denver wants to do. Long, methodical drives. Keep Patrick Mahomes on the sidelines, eat up a lot of clock, and limit possessions. So early on, the Denver Broncos just doing an A-plus job here. Javonte Williams is still in the game here. Russell Wilson's going to line up in shotgun here. 1st and 10 on the Chiefs' 15-yard line. Javonte Williams is right. 2 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom here. 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Russell Wilson scrambling around the right side. He's motioning, and he's going to scramble around outside for a gain of 4. Russell Wilson still mobile, even though he's getting up there in age. He's still mobile and still athletic. I'm going to tell you this right now: the younger Russell Wilson would have got a first down on that run, but not a bad run by Russell Wilson here. Gets a gain of about 4, maybe 5. They're going to call it a 5 here. 2nd and 5. Excuse me. 2nd and 5 for the Denver Broncos here as they are on the 10-yard line. 2nd and 5 inside the red zone. Great job by Denver. They're going to line up 13. Well, actually, they're going to go old school I formation, 2 running backs and a fullback. Javonte Williams on the inside gets a first down, just drives forward. What a great job by the Denver Broncos offense, just eating the clock and just beating up the Kansas City Chiefs defense. This was a gain of 7, so it's going to be 1st and goal on the Chiefs' 3-yard line. What a great job by Denver so far, just eating up the clock, just bullying, beating up the Kansas City Chiefs. Great job by the Denver Broncos early on. It's going to be 1st and 10 here as we are under 8:30 in the first quarter. They're going to line up Sutton and Judy to the top of the formation here, and they're going to have 2 tight ends to the line up on the line of scrimmage on the left side here. Javonte Williams is going to be to Russell Wilson's left. Russell Wilson play action pass. It looks like he's trying to get somebody and to the right side, and he's just going to throw it away. What they did here is really interesting because what they tried to do was a fake play action pass, and it looked like they were trying to get somebody out to the right side, to the top of the formation, but the Chiefs had this covered perfectly. What they did was it looked like they were trying to do a rub route to Jerry Jeudy, and it just didn't work out. So I can't see Chiefs handled that perfectly. So we're going to see 2nd and goal here. They're going to line up 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers to the top of the formation. Russell Wilson and shotgun, Javonte Williams to his left, sprint out to the right. It's going to be a throwback to Javonte Williams on the left side. He's got some room, and did he score? If he didn't score, he's going to be about on the 6-inch yard line, and they're going to call it a touchdown. Javonte Williams touchdown. And they're going to look at this because I'm not 100% sure he's in, but nice play call, which it is, a sprint out to the right, and then you throw back to the left. Great job by the Denver Broncos. Nice play call, and they're going to looking at it on the replay, and he's in. That's a touchdown. Denver strikes first with 7:56 left in the first quarter. Denver's up 6-0 as they line up for the extra point. So extra point attempt is going to be up for the Denver Broncos. Kick is up and good. It's 7-0. Tim, what's up, brother? I know it's not currently snowing in Denver. Where does Mahomes rank in the best quarterback in the snow? He seems to ball out in snow games are really cold. It's too early to say, but I mean, I know that first game that he had in Denver, I know the over-under dropped to like 44.5, and I'm like, it's just snow out there, and Chiefs put up 43. I collected on that bet. Favre, phenomenal in the snow. I know he had that playoff loss against Atlanta, but that's a good question. I'm not really sure. And by the way, I don't know for a fact because I know it was snowing earlier. We could get snow later on in the game, and that's definitely a possibility. Mahomes is affected by the flu, so we're going to see how this pans out. Little fun fact: when Walter Payton set an NFL rushing record, he had 104 temperature and could barely move before the game, and then come game time, just boom, 275. So it's hard to say, man. That's a great question, though. Well, it's something that we're going to keep watching as time goes on. So, man, Tim, thanks for showing up, brother, man. It's always good to see some familiar faces in here. Just to get caught up on action around the NFL here, Seattle looks like they're in a shootout here early on with Cleveland. 14-7 with 3:22 left in the first quarter. And right now there's no action or there's no numbers as far as available odds on DraftKings with the Chiefs game. So if you're wanting to do some over-unders, that's going to be coming up soon. So I don't know how many of you are doing sports betting, but if you do want to put an over-under bet, right now would be the great time to put a little action on the Chiefs here. And let's see here. Right now, you could take Chiefs minus 3.5, and that's a smart move by DraftKings. So you can take 3.5. So as we on commercial break, if you're tuning in late, Denver, Kinsey got the ball, stopped early 3 and out. Denver had a nice punt return by Marvin Mims, a second round pick out of OU. Really impressive rookie for the Denver Broncos, and they just went right down the field, just ran the ball right down the field. Heavy dose of Javonte Williams, and this is the blueprint that you want to have. 3 and outs for the Kansas City Chiefs offense, easier said than done. Heavy dose of Javonte Williams, and this is the recipe for an upset. So stay tuned, Chiefs fans. We may be or stay tuned for Broncos fans and Chiefs fans, as you may be poised for an upset here with 7:56 left in the first quarter here. Denver's going to kick off to the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's going to go out of the end zone. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Kansas City Chiefs 25-yard line once play resumes here. So great job by Denver. I have to give Denver a lot of credit here because this is a big opportunity for the Denver Broncos to really get their season back on track. A loss at 2-6 put them in a really bad spot, but with a win today against the hated Chiefs, they're 3-5 and right back into position. Kansas City Chiefs are going to run the ball. Pacheco spin move at the 35, gets outside to the 40, to the 44-yard line. So second carry of the game for Isaiah Pacheco goes for 19. Great job by Kansas City. Just runs the ball right up the middle. Oh, man, I got my boy Chad Hedges in the house, man. Nice job. And they're showing a replay here. Isaiah Pacheco got hit after 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. Nice spin move by Isaiah Pacheco. So, Chad, welcome, brother. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs on the 43-yard line here. Mahomes shotgun formation. Sprint draw to Isaiah Pacheco. He's going to power forward for a gain of 3, maybe 4. Depends on where you're going to be marked at here. As an old school type of guy, I really want to see the Chiefs run the ball successfully. But as you well know, when you're able to run the ball, it opens up all sorts of passing lanes, and you have that dangerous Patrick Mahomes. So you don't definitely want to try, if you're the Denver Broncos, to keep the Chiefs as one-dimensional as you possibly can. They're going to call it the game of 3, so it's 2nd and 7 here. Mahomes in shotgun formation. Free guy comes. There's a free blitz that comes through, and it worked out perfect for the Denver Broncos. A free blitzer came through to Mahomes' right. The screen was to the left, but they sniffed it out perfectly. This was a great job. The Chiefs just read this, or I'm sorry, the Denver Broncos just read this Chiefs screen perfectly. You could not do this any better. Pacheco has a loss of 4 here, man. My Sunday fun football boy, Dan the Man. Hell yeah, Chad. Hell yeah, man. 3rd and 13 here, loss of 6 here. Patrick Mahomes 2 out of 3 for negative 10 yards. 3rd and long here, trips to the bottom of the screen here. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation, takes a snap, he sprints out to the right, throws the ball deep. And is that a catch? Justin Watson, catch! First down, Kansas City. Everyone I play in fantasy has to everyone I play in fantasy, I'm assuming you mean kill, so, you know, dude, I love Pacheco. Just tough dude. East Coast football reminds me of dudes in high school. Yeah, absolutely. Same here. I really liked Pacheco, but I had no idea he was going to be that good. I thought that as a 7th round pick coming out of Rutgers that he was going to make the team, but I really thought CEH would be the guy. I had no idea he was going to be this good. No idea he was going to be this good. Tough, strong, just really, really good runner. Really, really good runner. Lockett, oh, dude, I'm sorry, Slasher. I'm sorry, man. Sorry about that, brother. Everybody has those days. 1st and 10, I'm sorry, 2nd need on Denver 30 here. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation, fakes the handoff to Pacheco. He wants to go deep here. He wants to go deep. He has time. He's scrambling around in the pocket, moves forward here. He's going to cut up, breaks a tackle, cuts forward. Mahomes, don't do it. But gets the first down. I always kind of like, no, don't run the ball. But great job by Patrick Mahomes as he gets first down. So even though it's a snow game and we were predicting lots of bad weather here, Patrick Mahomes just breaking some tackles, even though he's supposed to be sick with the flu. Teaches me to say he's going to be sick with the flu as he runs, breaks a tackle too, and gets first down on the ground here. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes in shotgun formation, motioning Cole Hardman to the bottom of the screen. 2 wide receivers to the bottom, to the 2 tight ends on the top here. Hand off to CEH, breaks a tackle and powers forward past the 20. He's going to get a gain of 3, maybe 4. Nice tough run by CEH as they give Isaiah Pacheco a little breather here. So what they did is they had Kelsey and Noah Gray to the top, lined up at the line of scrimmage, 2 tight ends, and they had 2 wide receivers at the bottom. They ran to the top of the screen here, and they're going to call it 4, or actually, I'm sorry, I got it right. They gain of 3 here, 2nd and 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. They're going to motion Kelsey to the bottom of the screen here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass, looking around. Kelsey, first down, Chiefs, and Travis Kelce is going to be tackled at about 11-yard line. So first down for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs, they are in the red zone, but they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown as Travis Kelce. And by the way, this is a mismatch here. You got Travis Kelce on Josie Jewell, one of the Broncos' middle linebackers. And if you do that, it's going to be a long day for the Denver defense. So they're going to call it actually at the 12 here. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Denver 12 here. A little handoff to Kadarius Toney in the backfield. What they did is they have Kadarius Toney and Isaiah Pacheco lined up as running backs. They're trying to confuse the Denver defense by just doing a handoff to Kadarius Toney, but it didn't work out. So it didn't work out that play. And for those of you that know, I've been battling an illness, so I am going to drink lots of fluids as I'm talking. My throat's still kind of messing up. So 2nd and 13 for the Chiefs at about the 14-yard line here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation here, looking out, quick throw to Travis Kelce. He's going to get the ball at nice out route here. He gets it about at the 5, maybe 4. It depends where they mark it here. It's going to be 3rd and short here. And then Kansas City's down 7-0. So what you really want to do is, in this situation, you don't want to turn the ball over, obviously, but you really want to get a touchdown, get the game back even. That particular out route, they actually had Patrick Surtain covering Travis Kelce. So that's really, really important, because what you want to do if you're Denver is mix and match coverages on Kelce. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. They're on line Miracle Hardman up to Patrick Mahomes' right as the running back. Little screen play. Man, it didn't work out. So I misspoke. It wasn't a screenplay. It was a shuffle pass. So what they did is they had Rashee Rice lined up as a slot to the bottom, and what they were going to do is motion Rashee Rice to a little shuffle pass, and Denver really had this worked out perfectly. Denver really wasn't fooled. Browning was right there. Great job by the Denver defense. So it's going to be a 4th down for the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're going to line up for a chip shot field goal here. Harrison Bucker's made 16 consecutive field goals. This is going to be almost a gimme, as it's a 23-yarder. The kick is up and the kick is good. They're going to call it a 22-yard field goal, but 7-3. So early on, Denver's done everything perfect. So with it's going to be 7-3 as we hit commercial break, 111 in the first quarter, and we're going to go ahead and get you some updates here. Seattle up 17-7, and still in the first quarter. So yeah. I'm here just trying to endure what will surely be an embarrassing Denver Gator. No, seriously, Denver Gator. The first quarter could not be any better for the Denver Broncos. They are doing just a fantastic job. The Chiefs got inside the 5, got held to a field goal. First possession in the game, you score a touchdown, and you eat up a lot of clock. So really, this is all the pieces are in play for an upset. All the pieces are in play for an upset here. Arizona's up 7-0 over Baltimore, 3:33 left in the first, and San Francisco and Cincinnati are tied at 7. So hey, look, it's going to be a fun afternoon. I obviously don't mind, but why do teams not just completely, no matter what, not let Kelce get involved? This seems crazy to me. If you want to beat us, he gets open. I don't get it either, Tim. And to be honest with you, how I would go against the Chiefs is I would just do everything humanly possible to stop Kelce, and then say, look, I got Rashee Rice, Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, MVS. I mean, these aren't world beaters here, I mean, and by the way, that's Bill Belichick 101. He says, take away your option number 1 and make a team beat you with option number 2. So, hey, Gator, you guys want to give Eagles Pat Surtain? Nobody wants that slasher, because our secondary makes Sam Howell look like prime Peyton Manning. By the way, Sam Howell did have a good game, and I don't know what it is, slasher, but Washington matches up really good against Philly. Certain teams just match up better against certain teams. Cincinnati, for example, matches up really good against Kansas City. Really, really good. And I don't get it either, because you have a weak offensive line in Washington. You have a great defensive line in Philly. What happened? I only got to see some highlights, but Sam Howell looked awesome. And Sam Howell is a guy with lots of potential and lots of upside, but he shouldn't have looked that good. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. My boy George, by the way, got action. I think it was 7.5 or 8. I have to double check, but no, he took Washington in the points and he collected. By the way, if you do any sports betting, follow my boy George at GRP Wins on Twitter. I mean, he's been red hot this year. So we're back to the game here. It was a 12th play, 71-yard drive. Took up 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Only got a field goal. So that's a huge win for the Denver Broncos. Kansas City Chiefs are going to kick off. They're now going left to right on the screen here, and they're going to kick it out of the end zone. Actually, my mistake here. Mims is going to take it deep in the end zone here. I thought he was just going to wave it off for a fair catch. My mistake. I returned it out to 23, so I'm not really sure why I did that. If Surtain gets traded, I'm done. Be okay if it was in Philly or back with Fangio in Miami. I haven't had a chance to see how Jalen Ramsey did in Miami. But Corners of position Kansas City doesn't need. They wouldn't do that. So anyway, 1st and 10 here for the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson under center. They're going to line up in an old school offset I formation. One tight end here to the right, and they're just going to run it right behind the tight end here, and it's going to be a gain of 6, but there is a flag on the play. Usually that flag is very indicative of holding, so I'm expecting this to move backwards for the Denver Broncos here. Actually, it's offsides. What do I know? Offsides. So it's going to be they're going to go ahead and take the penalty, and it'll be a 1st and 5. And the one thing about the Denver Broncos early on is they're doing an A+ job. Running the ball. Surtain is going to be the reason why Rashee Rice gets very little yards today. Well, hopefully they put him more for Denver's sake. They put him on Kelsey, and they're going back to that offset I. Now they're switching to a shotgun formation here. 2 wide receivers here, 1 tight end, standard set, and Russell Wilson is going to go deep here. And there's lots of hand fighting, and there is a flag. Snead is not happy, but it's probably going to be pass interference against Snead against Cortland Sutton. So what they did here is this was a check off. Oh, wow. I am 0 for 2 on penalty call saves. This Patrick Surtain is going to get called for offensive pass interference as he just threw Snead down. Originally, it looked like Snead kind of got tangled up, but no, Sutton just threw him down. And this was an audible, by the way. They were going to run the ball. Russell Wilson saw something they liked, checked out of it, so now it's going to be a 1st and 15 here. Russell Wilson's going to go back under center. Jerry Jeudy in motion to the top of the formation here. 2 tight ends and Javonte Williams in the backfield here, about 7 yards back. Javonte Williams going to cut back, breaks a tackle, gets in this open field. He's going to get a gain of 7, maybe 8 as we go under 30 seconds. That will be the last play of the first quarter. So after 1, Denver's up 7-3. If you have to design a blueprint for an upset, holding the team to a field goal when they get inside the 5, scoring touchdowns when you get the opportunity, first possession, holding that opponent to 3 and out. So far, the Denver Broncos are doing everything perfect to upset the Kansas City Chiefs. And at the end of 1, Denver's up 7-3. Give a lot of credit to the Denver Broncos. They came ready to play today. If you're interested right now, the action on DraftKings is Chiefs minus 4.5, and over-under is at 44.5. Going into the second quarter, it's a Seattle 17, Cleveland 7. Baltimore's tied it up in the desert. It's a 7-all, and we're still at 7s in San Francisco. So we got some good games here. We got some good games going on here. We got some really, really, really good games. In case you missed it, just a little quick recap here. Tennessee under Will Levis won his starting debut. They beat Atlanta 28-23. Saints over Colts 38-27. Jacksonville went to Pittsburgh and won 2010. Philly beat Washington 38-31 despite 397 from Sam Howell. Easily his best day as a pro, even though it wasn't a loss. Dallas destroys the Rams 43-20. Minnesota 24, Green Bay 10. Somebody can give me some information here. One Pride sent me a DM that Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles. I heard it was an ankle injury, but if somebody can confirm that, I would greatly appreciate it. As soon as I end the live stream, I'm going to try to do some research, figure out what happened here, because if Cousins is out for the year, that's a big deal. Right before the trade deadline. Miami beat New England 31-17, 4 straight wins over New England in Miami for the Fish. Carolina gets its first win of the year, 15-13, as they beat as they beat Houston. So, dude, I don't know much about him, but that Bland for Dallas, is he legit? He's not a bad player. Not a bad player at all. I know he had a pick 6 today. I didn't see all of it. Dallas's defense is really good. I've been saying this for a while. I think the top 2 teams in the NFC are Eagles and 49ers, and then there's a second tier of Dallas and Detroit. But when I say second tier, like, these are really good football teams. It's very rare when you go into the playoffs that 1 and 2 play each other in the conference finals, and then you also have injuries. Dallas and Detroit are two really good football teams, and I've been hesitant to give Detroit its due, but they've I mean, that's a damn good team. It really is. So when I call them a second tier, I mean it's not an insult, but those two guys are really good. But yeah, Bland can play, man. McLaughlin's going to go ahead and step in here. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Broncos here. Russell Wilson's going to hand off to Bland, and he is stopped, thrown viciously to the ground. Willie Gay, after a gain of 1. Willie Gay just shot through the gap and like a missile. And Willie Gay actually is a guy I thought that could be on the trade block, as his contract's going to be up after this season. But Willie Gay, as far as size, speed combination, there's not many better. 3rd and 4 for the Denver Broncos here. Russell Wilson shotgun formation here. McLaughlin's going to be to his left here. Now they're motioning him out to his right. I apologize. That is not McLaughlin in there. Russell Wilson shotgun formation. Trips to the top of the screen here. Russell Wilson back to pass here. Chiefs blitz. And the ball was deflected on the blitz. I didn't see who got the ball. Here is Byron Cook. Byron Cook came in on the blitz and called. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Trent McDuffie. Trent McDuffie came in and forced an incompletion. Great job by the Kansas City Chiefs forcing a incompletion on 3rd down. So on 4th and 4, Chiefs have been victim to fake punts before, so it's going to be 4th and 4. McCole Hardman's back there, received a punt. Denver will punt. McCole Hardman's going to get a chance. This is nope. He is. I'm a liar. This is out of bounds, and the referee is running up this field, and it's going to be at the 28-yard line. Not horrid punt, but it's 44. It's not bad. Kansas City Chiefs are going to get an opportunity to take the lead here when play resumes here. If you're doing in-game betting, the number just jumped up to 5, and the Chiefs -5.5. So smart move by DraftKings. Just quick recap here. Cincinnati just scored a touchdown, 14-7 in San Francisco. Looks like they are starting the second quarter. Same in the desert here. It's just the start of the second quarter here, tied up at 7. And Seattle and Cleveland 17-7, 11:35 left in the third quarter. Man, we got a good game here, man. We have a really good game. I'm telling you right now, the Denver Broncos are doing everything perfect to get an upset, except for that last drive where they had to punt, and they're giving the Chiefs an opportunity here. So this is an opportunity for Kansas City to break the pattern of trying to get everything set up for that upset. Kansas City Chiefs have the longest win streak in NFL history against a divisional opponent. 16 straight wins against the Denver Broncos, trying to make it 17. For those of you who are interested, unfortunately, and I know this is going to disappoint almost everybody in the world, but Taylor Swift is not in attendance today. Not in attendance today. So I know that this disappoints almost everybody. I kind of like the Taylor Swift sightings myself, but that's just me. That's just me. Man, and by the way, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. I cannot thank you enough. After the show's over, I'm going to stay on for some Q&A and anything that you want to talk about on the live stream. All questions are answered and anything goes. So looking forward to seeing your questions after the game. If you are interested here, as we are on commercial break, I'm going to go ahead and go back here. If you're interested in doing some sports game betting on any of these other games, Cleveland and Seattle, 17-7. Seattle's a 12.5 point favorite if you want to do some in-game betting. Baltimore 10.5 point favorite as second quarter starts, and Cincinnati's upset 14-7, but are a 2.5 point favorite right now. Is keep in mind San Francisco's at home, so and we get back to action here. As I was a little late here, it was an incompletion of Blake Bell, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Kansas City Chiefs here really need to do something on this possession. The longer they keep this game close, the more the crowd's going to get into it, the more the Denver Broncos are going to realize that they can win this game. So it's very important for the Kansas City Chiefs to do something in this possession here. 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. He motions Kelsey down to the bottom of the screen here. It's going to be a fake handoff to Pacheco. It's going to be a quick pass to MVS. MVS breaks the tackle, gets a first down, and pushed out of bounds after a gain of 12 here by Patrick Surtain. Nice job by the Kansas City Chiefs here. What they did is they just had they had Rashid Rice cut inside, MVS go outside, and then MVS put a move on to get some extra yardage and a first down for Kansas City. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at their own 38-yard line here. In case you tuned in late, Denver 7, Kansas City 3. Trips to the bottom of the formation here. Isaiah Pacheco to Patrick Mahomes right. Shotgun formation. Mahomes is going to go back to pass. He's scrambling around. There is some pressure. There's a flag down, and it'll be very interesting to see what this flag is. Mahomes is down for a sack, and it'll be interesting to see what this flag is. Usually this indicates holding, but the way the Denver Broncos players are motioning around in their body language, it looks like it's going to be against Denver. The side judge went ahead and threw the flag, so we're going to find out what happens. It's going to be holding against the Broncos, which is going to be an automatic first down for the Kansas City Chiefs. Josie Jewell, Denver Broncos linebacker, called for holding here. I'm not exactly sure who he is covering, but yep, he was holding against Kelsey, and that's called 100% of the time. And by the way, that's a very favorable matchup, Josie Jewell against Travis Kelsey. As a Chiefs fan, I love it. So first down for the Kansas City Chiefs, thanks to a holding penalty. Fake the handoff here. Patrick Mahomes wants to go deep. He's going to check down it's going to be MVS, and that's a fumble. It's going to be picked up by Simmons, who's going to dive forward at midfield, and they're going to look over this. I believe this is correct, that it's a catch and a fumble, but they're going to look over this because did MVS have possession? Now, MVS did catch the ball. There's 1-2 football move, and Josie Jewell, who was called for holding, just punches it free. That's going to be a fumble. They're going to look at this, but this is going to be Denver Broncos ball at midfield. What did I say? This is how you get an upset. You got to get some turnovers. You got to hold them to field goals when they should score touchdowns. You got to score touchdowns yourself. Every single thing that you need for an upset is happening for the Denver Broncos right now. So we may be looking at a Denver Broncos victory. Right now, they're doing everything correct as we go to commercial break. When we get back from commercial break, I fully expect it to be 1st and 10 at midfield for the Denver Broncos. Great job by the Denver Broncos. Great job by Josie Jewell. Gets called for holding, comes back, forces a turnover. Fantastic job by Josie Jewell and the Denver Broncos defense. Some quick updates here. We are still 17-7 in Seattle. 9:55 left in the second. Baltimore and Arizona tied up in the desert at 7, 12:02 left in the second. And Cincinnati is up 14-7. 13:40 left in the second quarter. If you're doing in-game betting on the Kansas City Chiefs right now, DraftKings has the Chiefs -3.5. I would hold off on that, but the over-under at 44.5 is kind of interesting. I mean, over-under at 44.5 after them, it's a little interesting. Denver Broncos defense has played really, really badly all year, but they held Kansas City to 19 last time they played just a few weeks ago. So it's a possibility that you may want to look at that. Possibility you want to take a look at that. If you are tuning in late and haven't had an opportunity to see what happened, the Denver Broncos just forced a turnover at about midfield. They're going to go ahead and take a look at it, but it looks pretty obvious that it was an obvious fumble. The Denver Broncos are up 7-3 and have done everything that you want a team to do that's trying to pull an upset. First possession of the game, they held Kansas City to a 3-and-out. And then Denver, when they got the ball back, thanks to Marvin Mims' 29-yard punt return, to put them in enemy territory, they just went right down the field and scored a touchdown. Right now, it looks like they're going to get the ball at midfield once the commercial break is over. But Denver's doing everything perfect for an upset right now, and there's nothing more than they would like to do than extend this lead. Even if they only get a field goal and take this to 10-3, that's a big win for the Denver Broncos. Of course, you would love to make a double-digit game, but It's 13:03 left in the second quarter as we get back from commercial break here. It's going to be 1st and 10 right at midfield. Russell Wilson's under center, and it's a 12 formation, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers here. Correction. It's a 3 wide receivers now. Mims pops out to the top of the screen here. Russell Wilson wants to go deep here and then takes a shot downfield. And Jerry Jeudy, what a great catch at the 10. Jump ball, and they give Jerry Jeudy an opportunity against Justin Reed, and Justin Reed is down. And this was a great job. What they did was they isolated Jeudy on Reed, and they just threw a jump ball. Great job by the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos are doing everything perfect for an upset. And it's, by the way, I called it at the 10, but they're going to spot them down probably at the 11. So even though it's inside, it's basically 1st and goal. Denver can technically get a first down without scoring a touchdown. So it's going to be 12:42 left as we are taking a TV timeout. So 12:42 left in the second quarter as Denver right inside the red zone at the 11-yard line. Great job by the Denver Broncos so far. So if you're doing in-game sports betting, they actually have lowered it to 2.5. So if you're a Broncos fan, maybe you want to take plus 2.5 right now. Wouldn't be a bad opportunity. No changes, but I'm going to read through everything anyway. Seattle's up 17-7, 8:02 left in the second. Baltimore and Arizona still tied in the desert at 7, 11:55 left in the second. And Cincinnati 14, San Francisco 7, 13:30 left in the second quarter. So a great job by the Denver Broncos so far here. I'm going to go ahead and refresh and get everything, try to get everything. I know that there's a delay. I know there is a delay, so I apologize. I've been trying to fix that. One Pride 40, thank you for confirming that, because I know you said that he had a torn Achilles, but when I went to social media, all I saw was ankle injury. I didn't see a torn Achilles. So thank you for that's terrible for Minnesota, but right at the trade deadline, it's going to be very interesting, because is there a guy out there that you may want to look at in a potential trade? I'm looking at potentially somebody like maybe Sam Darnold. Trey Lance is interesting. I don't see it, but you could go with somebody like maybe Bailey Zappi, the quarterback in New England, who looked good in those limited starts. You can do a variety of different things. Here. No trades for a quarterback during the season. Never know. It's been a while since it's happened, but I mean, it has happened. Jimmy Garoppolo, last one I can think of off the top of my head, but that was mid-season. And Cousins down in Minnesota with a win, they may be thinking to themselves, "Hey, let's try to get one." 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line here. Denver trying to make this a 2-possession game here. It's going to be a little pitch out to the right side here. Javonte Williams gets to the outside, but pushed out of bounds by George Karlaftis. In season, I know what you're talking about, but Jimmy Garoppolo was traded in season. That's the last one I can think of. It happens. It's rare, but it does happen. So, and that's something with the torn Achilles you may consider. So, 2nd and 10 for the Denver Broncos here. It's just approaching 12 minutes in the second quarter here. They're going to put Javonte Williams back in there at shotgun formation here. Jerry Jeudy to the bottom of the screen, 2 wide receivers to the top here. Troutman's at the right side of the formation here. Russell Wilson being pressured, throws the ball in the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy touchdown as he beats Jalen Watson. Great job by the Denver Broncos here as they now make this a 2-possession game. What a great job by the Denver Broncos so far. I'm hoping we trade for an edge or a DT or Surtain. It'll be interesting. Trade deadline, that's probably what the show's going to be Tuesday. Friday, Pete with Life's a Gamble. I think his web channel, I think his YouTube channel is Life a Gamble. Dolphins fan. He's going to come on Friday, so we'll be talking about that. But Tuesday, we're going to do basically kind of go over. And I expect a few trades. Maybe not as many as last year, but there are going to be a trade or two. I'll be honest. I really don't see Detroit doing anything. I really don't see it. I really don't see it. I've heard Chase Young to the Bears. I'll be honest, Chase Young to Detroit would be a lot of fun. I mean, it would be a lot of fun. I don't know personally, but in my opinion, I really don't see it. And they're taking a look at this because he bobbles the ball. This may get overturned. This is a touchdown, but this could be overturned. I won't be shocked if you do, but if you had to say, is Detroit going to trade? I'm going to say no. That's my pick, no. And they're going to go to commercial break, but upon looking at this a second time, this does not look like it's a catch. He was bobbling the ball and only got 1 foot down after he retained possession after the bobble. This could be very easily overturned. We're going to have to wait and see what happens here. Originally, I thought that it was a touchdown. They're going to take a look at this, and this could be overturned. If it does stand, great job by the Denver Broncos, but even if it's overturned, you still have an opportunity to make this a two-possession game. If nothing else, the number one thing you want to do is make sure you get some points and put some pressure on the Kansas City Chiefs. So, but I can't give the Denver Broncos enough credit for really coming out and doing an A-plus job against Kansas City Chiefs so far. What a great job they've done. And I went back, and it looks like we do have an update. There's something going on here. It looks like there was a touchdown in the Cleveland-Seattle game. It's now been called back, but it looks like it was going to be 17-13, but it's been called back. Same situation as in Chiefs-Broncos game. Once we come back from commercial, I'll give you some further detail. San Francisco's still down 14-7 at home against the Bengals, 10-15 and counting in the second quarter there. Still tied at 7 in the desert. That's kind of looking like it might be an interesting game after all. And it looks like Cleveland did score a touchdown. They took a look at it. It's going to be a 17-13, 4:47 left in the second as we wait the extra point here. And that looks like it's going to be a fun game. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really sure I expected a Seattle-Cleveland shootout. I'm not really sure I'm expecting a Seattle-Cleveland shootout. So. Oh, my girl, my man Dan hopped on to say, hey, I'm working right now. I was working earlier today. I may work after a show. Oh, my God, it's my girl, Cheryl. Looking fine as always. She's married, guys. She's married, but, she's still my girl. Her husband's cool as hell. So I don't think so, man. I really don't. I mean, look at how you built your team. You built it with draft picks. You got a young, talented team. It just doesn't seem like it would make a lot of sense. So, but hey Gator, hey Pride, what's up, Slasher? How come Cheryl gets all this love? Or I don't get near as much love as Cheryl does. It's nothing to do with the fact she's a beautiful girl, So thank you, Cheryl. You have a terrific day. And the call on the field was a touchdown. They took a look at it, and they're going to give it to them. I actually, to be honest with you, I really didn't think that they would I really thought it was going to be overturned, but it's going to be a touchdown here. And, Jerry Jeudy bobbles it. There's one, and I don't, that's an iffy one. But with 11:51 left in the second quarter, Denver's going to kick a extra point. They're going to try the extra point, and it's going to be up, and it is going to be good. So we got Denver 14, Kansas City 3, 11:51 left in the second quarter here. And if you're doing some in-game sports betting, Kansas City on DraftKings is still a 1.5 point favorite. If you're a Denver Broncos fan, maybe you want to go ahead and take that 1.5 plus the 11 that you got already. But as you well know, Kansas City's a tough team to keep down. But Denver has done everything perfect so far. Denver has done everything absolutely perfect. One Pride 40 guarantees this, by the way. I'm going to highlight this. Denver Gator says you can bet your life savings on Detroit making a move. So I personally don't see it. But we'll find out. I'll be live on Tuesday. So for those of you who don't know, I go live every Tuesday, every Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'll be here, and we'll basically talk about all the trades that went on. It's going to be a great show. 11:51 left in the second quarter here as they took a brief break. And Kansas City's going to get the ball down by 11. Now, keep in mind, Kansas City opened with a 3 and out. So Denver's going to get the ball first in the second half. So this drive is very crucial to the Kansas City Chiefs here. Denver's going to go ahead and kick off as they are now going left to right on your screen here. Miracle Hardman's going to let this go out of the end zone for a fair catch. Chiefs are going to get the ball 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line once play resumes. And look, I'm a Chiefs fan, obviously. Denver's a great sports town, great fans. Pat Bowlen, one of the all-time great owners, didn't get into the Hall of Fame until way past his due. But of all the teams I want to beat, Denver's number one. I know it's been 16 straight. I want to make it 17. I want to keep the streak alive. Patrick Mahomes is going to try to make something happen here. 1st and 10 on the Kansas City Chiefs. Trips to actually to the bottom of the screen. It's going to be a handoff to Pacheco. He's just going to power forward here. Met at the line of scrimmage, but powers forward. He's going to get a gain of 4, possibly 5 here. Depends when they mark it down here. Powerful run by Pacheco. And this is actually a smart move because if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, you don't want to panic. You know you can score points in bunches. Your defense is good. Your defense is really good. And even though Vance Joseph's had a rough time, his defense has done really good against the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation, sprint out to the left, pump fake. He's going to drop it off quickly. It looks like it's Kadarius Toney for a gain of 3. So it's going to be 3rd and a short 2, long 1. And this is a very big 3rd down for the Kansas City Chiefs. After Denver scores a touchdown off of a turnover, you really don't want to give Denver the ball back. You really don't want to give the ball back on a 3 and out. So it's 3rd and 1 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kadarius Toney is going to be to the bottom of the screen here. You're going to have trips to the top here. And it's going to be a handoff to Pacheco. Actually, it's Jared McKinnon, and he's going to power forward for a 1st down. And what they did is, even though they had trips to the top of the screen here, it's just a quick around the left tackle for McKinnon to get the 1st down. So nice job by the Kansas City Chiefs here. Here's my argument. Yes, our GM likes his draft picks, but one move, you can be number 1 seed in the conference. You don't think making a move for young – well, I've been hearing young to Chicago. I'm going to touch base on this here in a moment here. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation, takes the snap here. He's going deep across the center, and it's intercepted. Denver intercepted the ball at midfield here. Great job by the Denver Broncos. And I can't see who that is that got the pick here. Great job by the Denver Broncos here. And it was Jaquan McMillan. He had a big game last time against the Kansas City Chiefs. So Denver will get the ball back at midfield. What a great job by the Denver Broncos here. 10:01 left in the second quarter. Denver's up 14-3, and they get the ball back at midfield, ready to make this a 3-possession game. Hey, you missed. Hey, girl, Denver Gator, they are doing everything right today. Those ugly orange uniforms, just switch those around. So first of all, I think it's more important that you build for the future than to go all in for this year. You can say what you want. You're not really on Philly's level. You're not on San Francisco's level. You're doing a great job, though. Russell Wilson under center here. It's a flea flicker. Russell Wilson wants to go deep. He goes downfield and incomplete here. And the Denver Broncos really wanted to go ahead and take a shot downfield here. 2nd and 10 here for the Denver Broncos, 9:54 left in the second quarter. And I can't emphasize what a great job the Denver Broncos are doing. Denver Broncos going to line up in an offset I formation, 2 wide receivers to the top of the screen. Jerry Jeudy's going to motion down to the bottom here. Kansas City Chiefs are stacking the box here as Russell Wilson's going to check out of that and go back to shotgun formation here. He's at Javonte Williams to his right and the fullback to his left. Russell Wilson's going to scramble. He's 45 to the 40, and he's going to slide just short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Drew Tranquill makes a stop here. Drew Tranquill takes over for Nick Bolton, who was put on IR. And great job actually by Tranquill, because what Russell Wilson was trying to do is trying to get that 15-yard personal foul, but Drew Tranquill smart enough to make sure that he stopped without getting that penalty. And there's going to be some Broncos fans who probably disagree. But 3rd and 2 here for by the way, it's a very short 2. Russell Wilson shotgun formation, Javonte Williams to his left, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Great play by Willie Gay, stopping him right. He actually got him right behind the line of scrimmage, but Javonte Williams was able to power forward to get right back at the line of scrimmage. And the Denver Broncos are in kind of no man's land. It's too long of a field goal, but on 4th and 2, and it looks like Sean Payton's going to get aggressive here and go for it. A great job. I like this call here because, I mean, you really need this game. If you're Denver, you really need this game. 4th and it's a short 2. And what they're going to do is Denver's going to call a timeout because it's at the 40. It's at the Kansas City 40. So you're looking at a 57, 58-yard field goal. It's not really realistic. So that's kind of what you're looking at. So they're going to call a timeout. Denver's going to call a timeout and think it over. And by the way, one pride, I'm during halftime, I'm going to kind of go over this here, but I don't see it, but I do encourage you that if Detroit does make a move, to come on Tuesday and tell me I'm wrong. So 8:35 left in the second. 4th and 2 for the Denver Broncos. The biggest play of the game right now, because if Denver goes ahead, even if they make the first down and they don't get in the end zone, they're in excellent position to make this a 14-point game. 4th and 2 for the Denver Broncos. They're going to line up quickly here. Russell Wilson's going to go under center, offset I. Russell Wilson, it's going to be a play action pass here. Russell Wilson's going to scramble around. Does he have enough to get the first down? He's going to be short, folks. He's short. Russell Wilson tries to make a move, not successful. It's going to be Chiefs ball. Great job by Drew Tranquill, the former Charger, picked up in free agency. What a fantastic move by the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be Chiefs ball at the 39-yard line. First down, Kansas City. So the biggest play of the game goes the Chiefs' way. Denver did everything perfect. I don't like the move here. I understand what they were doing. They were trying to have Russell Wilson go one-on-one, let him use his athleticism, but not a good move. The Chiefs linebackers underrated for how fast they are. So as a commercial break, I'm going to answer some of these comments by One Pride. Great comments, by the way. Here's my argument. Yes, our GM likes his draft picks, but with one move, you can be the number 1 seed in the conference. Actually, you can't. You can't be the number 1 seed with just one move. You're on a tier below Philly, and you're on a tier lower than San Francisco. One move's not going to get you above them. It's just not. You can sit here and tell me that you're there. You're not. You're really not. But the one thing is that your team's so much younger than both these two teams. And San Francisco is a team that has a lot of players that can't stay healthy. Trent Williams is out. Deebo Samuel's out. I know CMC's banged up. Purdy, I mean, he was in concussion protocol, but when healthy, they're clearly better. You can't make one move and be the number one seed in the conference. You just can't. You don't think making? By the way, the rumor I've been hearing is Chase Young going to Chicago. I don't know if it's going to happen. This game will be a tale too. Yeah, and keep in mind, if you tuned in late, Denver Gator. Denver kicked off to start the game, so they're going to receive the ball in the second half. So that's very key there. No, you don't want to. No, you wouldn't give them along. And how does it make sense for? No, me and you agree that they make a trade. It's. I'm thinking you could give a second round pick for a player. And by the way, how does it make sense for the Bears and not for us? It doesn't make sense for the Bears. It really doesn't. I wouldn't make this move at all unless you think that you can get him to a long-term deal, which I don't think you can. And you're not going to the playoffs no matter what, so it doesn't make sense. It makes a lot more sense to Detroit because if I'm Chase Young, and hey, things aren't working out, if I'm Chase Young, I would love to go to Detroit. And by the way, if I'm Chase Young's agent and he does go to Detroit, I'm telling him to stay there. I'll get back here. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation. Here he goes back to pass here. Quick out to Rashee Rice. Sprints around to the outside. Gets the outside to 40. A 35-foot race at 30. Powers over Surtain. Big gain, Rashee Rice. What a great job here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. And this was just Patrick Mahomes, play action pass to Pacheco. Get Rice in the open field here. One-on-one against Nate Singleton. It's a mismatch. Rashee Rice, he ran a 4.54. He's not known for his speed, but he's a guy that plays faster than he times. This was just a great move. Rashee Rice is going to be a very good football player, folks. Big play all the way to the Denver 21-yard line. Great job here. Little check out to Pacheco. Pacheco's going to go out to the right side, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after a gain of 3. So it's going to be about 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7 here for the Kansas City Chiefs as they are inside the Denver red zone. Denver had everything working perfectly. And I don't know why you just don't do Javonte Williams. That was just a bad move on Peyton's part. But we'll see. We'll see if he can overcome that. Keep in mind, you still got 11-point lead. 2nd and 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs as we are under 7:15 in the second quarter here. Patrick Mahomes looks like he's calling an audible here. Sky Moore to the bottom, trips to the right here. Pacheco to his left here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He wants to go in the end zone. He's going to scramble out to the right side. He's going to go past the line of scrimmage here. He's going to try to put a move on McMillan. By the way, McMillan, just what a great game he's having. What a fantastic game. Yeah, I know. And by the way, One Pride, it doesn't make any sense. I don't see it making sense for the Bears because the only way it makes sense is that if you can get him to a long-term deal and he's got injury issues, never been able to stay healthy, it makes a lot of sense to go to Detroit. It really does. I just don't see Detroit doing it. 3rd and 2 here for the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver 14-yard line. They're in motion. Jared McKinnon out to the bottom of the formation here. He's going to catch the ball and tackled by McMillan. What a great game he's having. A pick, gets trips up McKinnon for a loss of 2. So the Kansas City Chiefs are going to kick a field goal here. And by the way, great job by the Denver defense here. Rashee Rice gets a long gain. You get inside the red zone, and then what do? You hold the Kansas City Chiefs to a field goal. So everything that you want, if you have to put a recipe together for an upset, Denver's doing everything right. Yeah, they whiffed on 4th and 1. What do? You hold Kansas City to a field goal. And when you score touchdowns and your opponent scores field goals, you usually win. And that's what's happening right now. The kick was up and good. Kansas City Chiefs 6, Denver Broncos 14. And One Pride, I've just been hearing this. But if I'm Detroit, would I give up a 2nd-round pick for Chase Young? Yeah, I would. I don't think they're going to do it. Because if I'm Chase Young, I would love to go to Detroit. And if I'm Chase Young's agent, I would tell him, look, just stay there. because Chase Young, Aiden Hutchinson, it sounds crazy, Ohio State and Michigan. Oh God, it would be so much fun. And if I'm Chase Young, I would take a 1-year incentive laden deal, stay in Detroit, and just look, you got a guy like Hutchinson opposite you. You stay healthy, you're a double-digit sack guy. It makes so much sense for Detroit. It makes no sense for the Bears. And to be honest with you, I don't really get the logic behind it for Washington because they're kind of in a situation where they need to win now. The only thing I can think of is that they want to make a move for an offensive lineman somewhere. Maybe some secondary help or something. So if Washington makes this move, I would expect them to make a move, and then I would expect them to try to get a player in free agency. I actually kind of expect Washington to be buying because after the end of the season, Ron Rivera has personnel control. If I'm Ron Rivera, I'm going to do everything I can to win. Now, there could be some pressure from ownership saying, hey, look, we're going to have you do this. We're going to have you do that. I don't know. I really, really, really don't know. But, in my opinion, yeah. I want you to know something. It makes a lot of sense for Detroit. And if Chase Young goes to Detroit, I'm on board 100%. You asked me, do I think Detroit's going to do anything? And I don't think they will. And by the way, Chase Young to Detroit, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Does that make you the best team in the NFC? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Listen. 2 years ago, you were 0-10-1 to start a year. Just be happy that you're going to win the North and play in the playoffs. And if I'm a Lions fan, I'm thinking, hey, we're going to enjoy. We get a first division win. And look, what can we do in 2024? That's what I would think. But masking fans think logically. Butker's going to go ahead and kick here. Javon Mims is going, or I'm sorry, Marvin Mims. I've been getting some names wrong today, so I apologize for that. But Marvin Mims lets us bounce into the end zone, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Kansas City Chiefs 25. I'm sorry, at the Denver Broncos 25. The Kansas City Chiefs have won 16 straight against Denver. That's in jeopardy. That's in big-time jeopardy. They're going offset I here. One wide receiver at the top, Jerry Jeudy at the bottom here. Old school I formation. I apologize. It's actually 12 personnel. And Cortland Sutton at the top here during a handoff to Javonte Williams. Trent McDuffie goes back and gets it. Trent McDuffie comes in and stops Javonte Williams for a gain of nothing. They're going to call it 2nd and 10. He maybe lost a half a yard. Great job by Trent McDuffie, second-year corner out of Washington. He just comes in on a corner blitz. And this is a guy who's going to be, if he doesn't go to a Pro Bowl this year, he's going to go to a Pro Bowl in the very near future. Trent McDuffie just oodles of potential. Play inside, outside, physical, tough. Yeah. Russell Wilson in shotgun formation here. Javonte Williams to his left. 2 wide receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top here. It's going to be a handoff to Javonte Williams. Keeps going as the Chiefs try to strip the ball instead of tackling him. Javonte Williams, 15-yard gain. Great job by Javonte Williams. Doesn't want to go down. First down for the Denver Broncos after a gain of 15. And Denver's, I can't say this enough, Denver's doing everything perfect. Oh, we want to play. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get a playoff game. You're going to get one. And even if you lose that playoff game, I still think it's a successful season, just winning the North. 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line here, 12 personnel. Russell Wilson, play action pass here. He wants to go deep. He throws the ball downfield and overthrows Jeudy. And it looks like what they're wanting to do is with the play action pass, they're hoping to catch the Chiefs off guard again. and it didn't work here. The Chiefs are ready for it as they were lined up. And I believe it was 12 personnel, could have been 13 personnel, but Denver's doing a great job keeping the Kansas City Chiefs off balance here. Tuned in late. It's Denver 14, Kansas City 6. 4:12 left in the second quarter, 2nd and 10 for the Denver Broncos at their own 40-yard line here. Russell Wilson's going to be under center as they are back at 12 personnel. A little quick route to Cortland Sutton, and L'Jarius Sneed breaks it up. Great job. That's a A-plus play by L'Jarius Sneed, because Cortland Sutton was able to get a clean break, but that's just excellent position. You could not play that any better if you're a corner than L'Jarius Sneed played that right there, because Cortland Sutton did get inside positioning on that, but that was just an excellent break, excellent understanding of what the Denver Broncos are going to do. That comes from excellent film study. 3rd and 10 for the Denver Broncos here. Russell Wilson shotgun formation. They're going to go ahead and put in McLaughlin here to Russell Wilson's right. It's going to be a blitz, and it's a sack. Mike Dana, former Michigan Wolverine, gets in there, and what a great job by the Kansas City Chiefs defense forcing a punt here. So as we go under 4 minutes, Kansas City Chiefs are going to get the ball back with an opportunity to go ahead and cut into this Denver Broncos lead. And this was an excellent job here. They went ahead and blitzed McDuffie. They ran a stunt. Hannah got free, and he's been such a great pass rusher for the Kansas City Chiefs. Miracle Hardman's going to get the ball to 20. He's going to move up. He's going to be tackled at the 20. So with 3:30 left in the first half, it's a Denver 14, Kansas City 6. But you got that Patrick guy coming back with 3:30 left in the first quarter as we take a commercial break. Well, of course you want to win. Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, Lions fans are probably going to disagree, but just getting to the playoffs is a win for that organization, because you have such a young, talented team. That's why I don't see a trade making a lot of sense. But I'll be honest with you, Chase Young makes so much more sense to Detroit than Chicago. But I've been seeing on social media that, I've been seeing it's almost a done deal. I don't know. Nothing's been confirmed. We'll talk about Tuesday. Shotgun formation for Patrick Mahomes. 2 interceptions in the first half here. Very un-Mahomes-like here. Isaiah Pacheco to his right. 2 wide receivers. Actually, Travis Kelce to the top with Sky Moore. Handoff to Pacheco, and he's going to power forward for only a gain of 1. So what they did is they tried to spread the field out, hoping that Pacheco could pick a hole and do something. But Denver's defense, Vance Joseph against the rest of the NFL is dog shit, but against the Kansas City Chiefs, he's done an A-plus job. And trust me, Denver Broncos fans are definitely appreciating it. 2nd and 9 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Mahomes in shotgun formation. Same job, or same formation, except Travis Kelce's at the bottom of the screen. Little slip screen to Kelce here, and he's going to power forward for a gain of 12 and a Kansas City Chiefs first down. Great job. What they did is they had Travis Kelce, the previous play, at the top of the formation. This time they have him to the bottom here, and they just run a slip screen to him, let him use his running ability as he runs over a Broncos safety and gets a first down. Great job by the Kansas City Chiefs. Travis Kelce, 4 receptions for 31 yards and no Taylor Swift sighting, unfortunately. 1st and 10 from the Kansas City Chiefs at the 33-yard line. It's going to be play action pass. Mahomes wants to go downfield. He goes down deep, and and MVS tries to, but great job by Patrick Surtain. This was a deep out route that Patrick Surtain was just a hair behind, but as soon as MVS caught the ball, Patrick Surtain powered through and just punched the ball out. Great job by Patrick Surtain. Great job by Patrick Surtain. And Patrick Mahomes very frustrated as he wanted MVS to come back to the ball. 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. 2:22 left in the first. 2nd and 12 on the 33-yard line here. Trips to the top of the screen. Sky Moore to the bottom. Denver brings blitz. It's going to be a little pass to Mecole Hardman. He's going to get to the 40. Past the 43 for a first down. Squirts forward to the 45. And that looks like that's all we're going to have for the up until the 2-minute warning here. Great job by the Kansas City Chiefs running these little slip screens here. But right before the 2-minute warning, they get a playoff here. It's going to be Isaiah Pacheco around the right side for a gain of 4. So at the 2-minute warning now, Denver 14, Kansas City 6, 2-minute warning. What about a player like Brian Burns? Brian Burns, I'll be honest with you. Brian Burns would be better than Chase Young, but I don't think Carolina wants to move on from that piece. And what you have to understand, one thing you're not doing with every single trade scenario you've presented, every single one, it's always been Lions. Trades happen with two teams. What is the purpose of trading a player like Brian Burns in midseason for Carolina? You know what you have to give up? You're going to have to give up at least a one. And I don't see Detroit doing that. I know I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, we can give him a two. No. Not for a player like Brian Burns. Brian Burns is probably a 1 and a 3 or something. So I don't think it would work out. I think the Eagles and 49ers are a little overrated. They could be, but they're still clearly better than the Lions and the Cowboys. When you by the way, your power rankings video was fantastic, but you had the Lions as the fourth best team in the NFL, and they are not. But you're a Lions fan; you're supposed to feel that way, and I don't blame you. I mean, they're having a great year and enjoy it, but are they on the same tier with those two teams? No. Now, 2024. God, you could be looking at something really special out of the Detroit Lions. But for this year, I would just be very, very, very I would just be very happy winning the division. Well, there was a lot of people that thought Purdy was an MVP candidate. And I'm with you. I'm not 100% sold on Purdy, but he's been playing lights out. The defense is really good. But without Trent Williams and Debo, you're right. You're right about that. But these are guys that are going to be back in a few weeks. So the good news is that if Cincinnati can hold it up, you can try to position that. Back to the game here, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation. Jared McKinnon's checked in. 2 wide receivers to the top, 2 wide receivers. One of them's Travis Kelce to the top, 2 to the bottom. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's going to fire, and it's going to be Sky Moore who's going to catch the ball. Doesn't want to go out of bounds for some reason as the clock continues here. He does get a first down on 2nd and 6. That's a good job by Sky Moore, but should have went out of bounds here. It's going to be at the Denver 43-yard line. We are going under 140 here. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation here. He's got time. He wants to throw. He wants to go downfield, and he tries to go downfield to Sky Moore, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a defensive holding against Surtain. By the way, Surtain's had an excellent game. He's had an excellent game, but this is hold here. And this was a great job by the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line, just basically allowing Mahomes time. And even though it was an incompletion here to hold on, Surtain's going to give the Kansas City Chiefs some yards and another first down. And they're going to stop the clock here. The Kansas City Chiefs have all 3 timeouts, so they can attack the middle of the field, but on that previous play, though, Sky Moore should have went out of bounds. 1st and 10 at the Denver 38 here. 2 wide receivers and Kelce at the bottom of the formation here. Patrick Mahomes wants to go deep. He's going to check down. It's going to be Travis Kelce at the 25. He's going to cut inside to the 20. Breaks the tackle. Tackled at the 18-yard line. Travis Kelce first down, and the Kansas City Chiefs are in the red zone just like that. The Denver Broncos have no answer for Travis Kelce as he's going to go ahead and get a breather here. This is going to be the first time in 2 weeks that Travis Kelce first time in the previous 2 weeks is what I'm trying to say. Travis Kelce's had over 100 yards receiving in the first half. It looks like he's only going to have 61 here, but 61 receiving yards in one half is not bad. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation, trips to the bottom of the screen here. Patrick Mahomes pressured, fumbled, and Denver gets the ball. Denver gets the ball. Strip sack of the Denver Broncos. Strip sack, and it's Cooper. What a great job by the Denver Broncos here. Strip sack of Mahomes prevents them from putting on any points. 48 seconds left in the first half, And it's going to be, and Browning, what a great job, just goes right around. It looks like he goes right around Donovan Smith here. Great job by Baron Browning here. What a fantastic job. What a fantastic job. And listen, when you draw up a blueprint on how to pull off an upset, Denver's checking off every single box. Denver's checking off every single box. 3 first half turnovers. 3. And by the way, I like this. Denver's going to be aggressive here. They're going to line up shotgun formation here. 2 wide receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top here. Russell Wilson's going to go back to pass here. Chiefs are going to bring a blitz here. Russell Wilson's going to scramble at the 30, and he's going to be tackled by Williams after a 4-yard gain here. I'm sorry, Edwards after a 4-yard gain. And they stopped the clock, but I'm not showing who called the timeout. I'm assuming it's Denver. But they didn't announce it. So I'm kind of at a loss here about what happened. But I believe it's Denver. They didn't say it, but I'm pretty sure Denver took it. So, okay, there it is. Denver took its second timeout. Denver only has 1 timeout left. 38 seconds left in the first half. 2nd and 7 for the Denver Broncos. Denver's going to need to get about 25, 30 yards in order to go and to get in field goal range here. Number one thing you want to do is that on 2nd and 7, because Kansas City does have 3 timeouts, is that the number one thing you want to do is you don't want to give the Chiefs the ball back with any time at all. So 38 seconds left here. 2nd and 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. I'm sorry, 2nd and 7 for the Denver Broncos here. And I can't stress this enough. The Denver Broncos have done everything perfect. What a great job Denver's done. Russell Wilson in shotgun formation here. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and keep the clock moving. It's going to be a little slip screen here. They're going to try to get Mims into open space here, and he's tackled quickly by Mike Edwards after a loss of 1. So it looks like what they're going to do is I apologize. The way my TV is going on, it looked like Kansas City took it. Okay, Kansas City took 2 timeouts instead of. I don't get that. I don't get this at all. I'm a little confused here. Hopefully second half better. Classic trap game. Absolutely killed Denver for 8 years. Huge game in Germany, then bye, but we'll play better. Yeah, it is. It's not only a classic trap game, Tim. Denver's doing everything perfect of a team that wants to get the upset. And by the way, I really thought it was Denver who called the timeout, which makes sense. I have no idea why Kansas City called back-to-back timeouts because unless Denver stops the clock here, you're going to have to use that 3rd timeout, and you're only going to get about 20 seconds left. 3rd and 7 for Denver here. Russell Wilson shotgun formation. Kansas City brings a blitz here. They're going to do a little shuffle play here, and Denver's going to get a 1st down. Nice job by the Denver Broncos. It's not McLaughlin. It's their 3rd-string running back. It's P. Ryan, former Cincinnati Bengal. And that, by the way, that's just absolutely terrible by the Kansas City Chiefs. I absolutely hate that. So P. Ryan does an excellent job there and gets a 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos at their 42-yard line. They need to get about 15, maybe 20 yards in field goal range. They're going to blitz McDuffie, but he's open, and P. Ryan just drops the ball. So with 22 seconds left in half here, Denver's an excellent opportunity because they have 2 timeouts, and that's a bad move by Kansas City. Is not only are they shooting themselves in the foot with 3 turnovers in the first half, but you also have some bad coaching here. I would try to just go into the half down 14-6. Why give Denver an opportunity to add some points here? That doesn't make any sense. 2nd and 10 for the Denver Broncos here. Chiefs are only going to bring 4, but Chris Jones does get free here. P. Ryan breaks a tackle, but he's going to be stopped after a gain of 6 here, and Denver's going to take a timeout right here. And I believe Denver's going to take a timeout here. They stopped the clock, but okay, there it is. They're a little they're a little slow on the graphics here. They showed the clock here, so it was 6. So it's going to be 3rd and 4, 16 seconds left, and Denver does receive the ball in the second half first. So I really don't get this. So I really don't get this. This is just my apologies here as I'm having some computer issues. And I don't know what happened, folks. The Kansas City Chiefs got the ball here, and I apologize. I'm just doing a bad job today. I missed what happened. I completely missed what happened because I was having some computer problems. The Chiefs got the ball back, and I'm kind of at a loss. I am so sorry. I really don't know what happened. I just some computer issues. Kansas City got the ball back. They threw the ball out of bounds, and 4 seconds left. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to try for a 55, 56-yard field goal. I'm very embarrassed, so I apologize. I was having some computer issues. Kansas City Chiefs got the ball on a turnover, and Butker's going to try for a long field goal. It is up, and oh my God, it is good. Oh my God. 56 going into half, 14-9. And man, I missed it, Tim. I missed it. My screen froze. I am so sorry. You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to go back and watch that myself, just for fun here. And I won't do play-by-play, but I really want to see what happened. But yeah, I had no idea. Vincent Taylor. We'll probably – it's 2 months away. Come on. 2 months. Come on, Denver Gator. Come on, One Pride. I said Denver Gator. Come on. Yeah, it's 2 months away, man. You don't know. I mean, no, I'll be honest with you. I mean, like, you know, if both teams stay healthy, it'd be great. But one of these teams is going to get some injuries. So, okay, I see. So George Karlaftis got the sack, Willie Gay, and so anyway, I am sorry about that. Sorry for that. All right, so I dropped the ball. So at halftime, it's Kansas City 14. I'm sorry, Denver 14. I assume Chiefs would be winning. At halftime, Denver 14, Kansas City 9. If you're doing sports betting, DraftKings has the Chiefs -3.5 for the second half. And we are now 12:28 into the third quarter. Seattle's still up 17-14 over Cleveland. We are at halftime in the desert. Baltimore is up 14-7 over the Cardinals. And at halftime, Cincinnati is up 14-10. Leonard Taylor. I was sitting here. I was like, who the hell? It's I'll be honest, I really don't see the Giants wanting to get rid of him. I really don't. No, I'm thinking Leonard Williams. Are you thinking Leonard Williams? You said Leonard Taylor. Are you thinking Leonard Williams for the Giants? Or am I just getting confused here? I could be confused. I'm thinking you mean Leonard Williams from the Giants. All right. We've had a great slate of games. I'm going to kind of go over the games that happened earlier today. Carolina gets its first win of the year, 15-13 over Houston. And great job by the Carolina Panthers getting win number 1. I've been really disappointed with their defense. It's up in the air if I'm going to do a power rankings video or not. I'd like to get something a little more detailed, but Carolina would have been 32 with a loss. With the win, we'll have to see what happens. But great job by the Carolina Panthers. I've been more disappointed with their defense than anything else. But kudos to Carolina. Miami with a win at home against the Patriots. Next week in Germany, they're going to play the Kansas City Chiefs, which could be a battle for the 1 seed in the AFC. By the way, make sure you tune in Friday, is I will have Pete. I think it's Pete Takes. Pete's Takes. I have to look up what his channel is, but I'll have the Dolphins YouTuber on Friday as we will debate Chiefs and Dolphins. I will be on live Halloween. He said he's going to dress up as a schoolgirl, so he can't make it. Leonard Taylor from Miami. Drawing a blank. You know what? I'm embarrassed because I'm drawing a complete blank on who that is. Leonard Taylor from Miami. So I'm pulling up their depth chart here, and I have no idea who Leonard Taylor is. I'll look at the offense. I have no idea who you're talking about, One Pride. I have no idea who you're talking about. Leonard Taylor from Miami. I'm on ESPN, and I'm looking through their whole depth chart right now, trying to find out who you're talking about, and I have no idea who that is. I really have no idea who you're talking about. The only Leonard Taylor I'm pulling up is a tight end who's on IR for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I'm not really sure who you're referring to. But I got the Miami Dolphins. And why would Miami want to make a trade? I mean, the one thing you have to every single trade that you've talked about is just all one-sided. Trades happen between two teams, not just one team. Why would Miami want to give up a player when they're in better position for the 1 seed than Detroit is? So but just let's go through recapping. Philly won a shootout. Sam Howell's best day as an NFL player easily went for 397 and a loss. Philly won 38-31. Jacksonville 20, Pittsburgh 10. Trevor Lawrence goes for 292. Great win by Jacksonville at Pittsburgh. So that's a big win. Jacksonville improves to 5-3. So, I'm sorry, they're actually correction here. They're actually 6-2 now. So remember, they were 1-2. And by the way, if you're not aware, I follow UCF Jaguar. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. I thought you were going with draft. I thought we were doing trades, but yeah, we're going to do a ton of stuff with draft. And by the way, I haven't confirmed it, but I'm almost positive come playoffs and draft time, I'm going to try to get Luke G back on because if you're not familiar, the Luke G field review when it comes to draft prospects, if you're a Lions fan and you like the draft, follow Luke G. His breakdown on draft prospects is A++. A++. And we're going to do a lot of stuff with the draft. The Jets in overtime beat the Giants, a game that was sunk, but the Jets were able to go ahead and win in overtime. And even without Aaron Rodgers, they look like they could be positioning themselves for a wild card. How awesome is that? What happens if the Jets make the playoffs and Aaron Rodgers is able to come back? How awesome would that be? The Saints over the Colts, 38-27. The Saints, a team that's really been struggling offensively. Rashid Shaheed goes for 153. I'm going to let you know right now, if the Saints offense gets on track, they're a dangerous team. Minnesota 24, Green Bay 10. One Pride reported that Kirk Cousins tore his ACL. I heard ankle injury. ESPN's reporting now that it's not official. It's not official, but looks like it's going to be a possible Achilles tear, and that's going to be something to watch out for. No, you didn't. You didn't. You didn't. Here's the one. No, you didn't. But we were talking trade. We were talking trade. Brian Burns and Chase Young. So, but yeah, I haven't had a chance. By the way, I have not had a chance to look at this kid yet. So, but we're going to do a lot of draft talk. If Kirk Cousins does tear his ACL as it is or his Achilles as reported, trade deadline there could be a trade with the quarterback. Will Levis in his season opening debut. If you're a Denver Gator, you got to be really happy about this. Will Levis is Denver Gators boy. But great job, 4 touchdowns against Atlanta. A team that's had a really, really good defense, too. So, big win for the Tennessee Titans. By the way, Titans Steelers, Thursday night. That's going to be a good one. Dallas destroys the Rams, 43-20. And we're going to go with the standings here since we got a little bit of time before we get back to the game here. I'm going to go with the NFC here. The way the standings are right now, Philly obviously has the 1 seed. Detroit would win the tiebreaker over San Francisco with strength of schedule. Both teams are 5-2. Atlanta and the Saints are tied with 4-4 records, but as it goes right now, Atlanta holds the tiebreaker. This would be really fun because there would be some really good playoff games right now. The way it would work right now in the wild card in the NFC would be Detroit against Minnesota, San Francisco against Seattle, Atlanta and Dallas. How great would those games be? How great would those games be? If you're a football fan, you would love to see Minnesota and Detroit in the playoffs. Of course, with Kirk Cousins, if that's a deal, we're gonna have to see what happens. Now, Kevin O'Connell has spent some time with the Rams. It may be interesting to see who he's able to get. That's going to be interesting. In the AFC, the way it is right now, the Chiefs, of course, they have to come back and win, but they have the 1 seed. Miami has the 2 seed. Jacksonville's the 3, and Baltimore will be the 4 seed. Cleveland is 5, Buffalo is 6, and as of right now, Pittsburgh would hold the 7 seed. So Miami and Pittsburgh, that would be a fun playoff game. Jacksonville, Buffalo, and Baltimore, Cleveland. What a great job that would be. Oh God, talking about some great job, or about some great playoff games. So. Just a quick update before we get back to the game here. Third quarter, 11:49 left in the third. Cincinnati 14, San Francisco 10. 13:51 in the third here. Baltimore's 14, Arizona 7. Of course, Chiefs and Broncos are at half. And we are now tied up in the third quarter in the earliest game in the afternoon docket, and that's Cleveland and Seattle, both tied up at 17, 7:12 left in the third quarter. So, man, what a great slate of games, and we got a good one here. We got a good one. Nobody wants to see Denver win. Nobody wants to see Denver win, but except for the last 30 seconds of the first half, Denver's done everything perfect for an upset. And they get the ball to start the second half. So, if you would have told me before the game, Denver's going to hold Kansas City to 9 points in the first half and force 3 turnovers, I would be very worried. To be honest with you, 3 field goals and 3 turnovers, and you're only down by 5, that's not bad. That's not bad, but to start the second half is very key for the Kansas City Chiefs. The defense, which has been the strength of the team this year, to be perfectly honest, really has to step up on this first drive. Because Denver, it's only had 136 total yards. So we're going to see what happens here. Doing game betting, you can take the Chiefs at -2.5. -2.5. Hopefully that is the smallest number that we see for the rest of the day. Hopefully that's the smallest number that we see for the rest of the day. And we are getting ready to start the second half. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Thank you, by the way. Thank you so much for all the great comments, questions, suggestions here. And we are ready here. It's going left to right on your screen here. Harrison Butker's getting ready to kick off to the Denver Broncos here as we got an exciting second half of football. Can Kansas City make it 17 straight against the Donkeys? We will find out. Kick is up, and it's going to be a touchback here as it goes out of the end zone here. 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos at the 25-yard line here. And this is extremely key here. This is the big drive. If you're the Kansas City Chiefs, you want to go ahead and you want to stop them, get the ball back to Patrick Mahomes. And if you're Denver, you want to build on this lead. Very key drive right here. Russell Wilson's under center, 2 tight ends at the top of formation, 2 wide receivers to the bottom. Javonte Williams, 7 yards right behind him. It's going to be a handoff to Javonte Williams. He's going to power forward and stopped after a gain of 1 as he runs into big Chris Jones. We haven't heard Chris Jones a lot today. George Karlaftis has got the sack strip at the end, which I missed live because of computer issues, and Mike Hanna had a sack. We haven't heard anything about Chris Jones yet. But we got a whole second half of football. Excuse me. Russell Wilson back to pass here. A little check down to McLaughlin here. He's the change of pace running back, or actually he's the backup. It's kind of funny because they've had McLaughlin, rookie free agent running back. He's got promoted to second string, and then you use Samurai Pedron, I'm butchering that name, free agent acquisition from the Cincinnati Bengals. He's actually now the change of pace back. Kind of weird. Excuse me. 3rd and 6 here for the Denver Broncos here. Big 3rd down here. Russell Wilson in shotgun formation here. 2 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. It's Cortland Sutton. They're going to go ahead and put P. Ryan in the game here to Russell Wilson's left here. Russell Wilson back to pass here. He's going deep downfield, and it's Cortland Sutton with a unbelievable catch. Goes up one-on-one. This is what's called a 50-50 ball. There is a flag on the play here. I believe it's going to be against L'Jarius Sneed, but this is just fantastic. Yeah, and by the way, what a phenomenal catch by Cortland Sutton is they go up. He bobbles the ball, but comes down with it clearly. What a phenomenal grab by Cortland Sutton as L'Jarius Sneed was holding. And, man, I mean, you can't really coverage can't get any better than that. Of course, it was a penalty, so even if Cortland Sutton dropped the ball, it would have been a first down. Now it's in enemy territory here at 47. It's going to be handoff to Javonte Williams around the right side. He's going to get a gain of 5 here as the Denver Broncos want to go ahead and capitalize on this momentum. Great job by the Denver Broncos. I cannot give them enough credit. Phenomenal 3rd down completion. Cortland Sutton with one of those catches that you're going to see over and over and over again. What an amazing receiver. Fantastic job by Cortland Sutton. 2nd and 6 here. I thought it was a gain of 5. It's going to be a gain of 6. Trips to the bottom of the screen here. Javonte Williams to Russell Wilson's left. It's going to be a handoff here. He's going to go around the right side. Power forward for a first down and an additional gain of 1 here. And Denver Broncos are playing very physical here. Great job by the Denver Broncos here as they just play smash mouth football to get the first down. What a great drive to open up the second half. This is exactly what you want to do if you're this is exactly what you want to do if you're the Denver Broncos here. 1st and 10 in enemy territory here. It's going to be on the Chiefs 35-yard line. 2 to the bottom, 1 wide receiver to the top. Russell Wilson back to pass. He wants to go deep. He's being pressured. He's going to scramble around to the top of the screen, or he's being chased by Hanna, and he's going to be forced out of bounds after a gain of 2. So, Giants need to throw it in and draft Williams. It's going to be interesting to see. Tim, I seriously, I say this every year, and I mean it every year. It's going to be a great draft. It's going to be a great draft. So many teams can do so many creative things. So many teams can do so many great things. They really don't. They actually called me, and I said no. So 2nd and 7 for the Denver Broncos here. Russell Wilson's going to line up. It's the 13 personnel here. They're going to line up 2 to the right, 1 to the left. It's going to be a handoff to Javonte Williams. He's going to bounce around to the outside. He's going to break a tackle and be down after a gain of 3. The Chiefs did a good job initially stopping him at the line of scrimmage, but Javonte Williams, a powerful young man, All-American linebacker, if you can believe it, in high school, All-American linebacker and valedictorian, goes to North Carolina, and they wisely tell him to try this running back position out, as he is, if he didn't get injured last year, he's on pace to be a star. This is a guy I think that if he stays healthy, he's going to be one of the best running backs in the NFL. 3rd and 4 here, trips to the bottom of the screen here, tight end to the left. Oh, I'm sorry, to the top. They got P. Ryan in there. It's 3rd and 4 as a play clock going down under 3 here. And Russell Wilson's going to go back to pass here. It's going to be pressured, and he's going to be sacked. Yes, sack. Charles Omenihu, after missing 6 games here, he's come back, had a massive impact. Huge sack here on Russell Wilson, as this will take him out of field goal range. And there's a flag down, and rookie Pookie runs like an angry. Yeah, he does. They're going to call holding. Oh, no. Oh, no. Big penalty against the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the drill. L'Jarius Sneed gets called for defensive holding. That sack would have put Denver out of field goal range. Instead, L'Jarius Sneed, and look, you can't pull on the jersey, son. You can't pull on the jersey. You just can't do it. Denver Gator, listen to me. Every single thing that you want for an upset, every single thing has happened. 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos at the Kansas City Chiefs 24. Russell Wilson shotgun formation. P. Ryan's going to take the ball right up the middle. Powers forward for a gain of 5. And it's going to be, now the Denver Broncos are officially in the red zone. And I cannot say this enough, Denver Gator. They are doing everything perfect. Every single thing perfect for an upset. 2nd and 5 for the Denver Broncos here, as they got they're in 12 personnel. Russell Wilson looking at the end zone here. He's going to put the ball down and run, and that's going to be a 1st down here. Great job by Russell Wilson. What they were doing is they went 12 personnel, which means 2 tight ends, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers. And what they did was that Russell Wilson was going to try to take a shot for the end zone. Didn't have anybody. He pump faked like he was going to drop the ball out into the flat, which gave an open lane to run the ball for a 1st down. Great job by Russell Wilson here. So this drive has taken about 6 minutes, and what a fantastic job by the Denver Broncos here. I cannot give them enough credit. Denver's up 14-9, trying to add to the lead here on a 6-minute drive here. Russell Wilson's going to hand off the ball. I believe this is Javonte Williams, and he's going to – actually, it was McLaughlin here, and there's a flag on the play here. Why do I feel like – no, he's talking to me. No, seriously, Denver Gator. Seriously, they have done everything absolutely perfect. This is going to be a penalty on the Denver Broncos. It's going to be a false start. I mean, y'all got to fire Vance Joseph. If he coached as well, by the way, if he's coached as well against the Chiefs offense as he did against everybody else, he would be in line for a promotion. He's done a fantastic job against Kansas City, just bad against everybody else. But no, Denver's just done an A+ job today. Every single thing except for the last 30 seconds of the 1st half. Everything that you want for an upset. The false start penalty makes it 1st and 15 at the Kansas City Chiefs 19. Russell Wilson's under center here. They're going to stick in 13 personnel. They're going to hand off to Javonte Williams. He's going to bounce to the right side here, and he's going to be hit after a gain of 3. And this is a really great job by the Denver Broncos here, as they are now under 8:30 in the 3rd quarter. The main thing that you want to do is you want to eat up a lot of clock, and you want to put points on the board. Ideally, you put up a touchdown. But even if you just get 3 and you eat up a lot of clock, that's a good job. 2nd and 11 for the Denver Broncos here. Russell Wilson's going to go back under center here. And now they've switched personnel here. They're going to go 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. They're going to check it down, the short pass to McLaughlin behind the line of scrimmage. And the Chiefs are ready for the screenplay. So what they did was pretty nice here. They had the tight end to the top, three wide receivers to the bottom. And Russell Wilson looked left, and then they went ahead and did a screenplay to the top of the formation where the receivers weren't trying to catch the Chiefs off guard, but the Chiefs are ready for it. It was only a gain of 2. Great job by Chris Jones reading that and making a play. Big 3rd down as we are under 7:30 in the 3rd quarter. So great job by the Denver Broncos eating up that clock, which is exactly what they wanted to do. 3rd and 9 here. Russell Wilson in shotgun formation, trips to the bottom of formation. I believe that's Marvin Mims at the top here. Russell Wilson wants to go to Marvin Mims. He's going to pass. He's going to go ahead and push the ball back, and he's going to be sacked. George Karlaftis tag teams with Charles Montague, and they're going to go ahead and force Denver to take a field goal. And by the way, this is not a bad sack for Russell Wilson because now it's under 7 minutes. So you eat up over 8 minutes, and you're in position to make this an 8-point game. Nothing wrong with that at all. And what they are trying to do is they're trying to isolate Courtland Sutton on one-on-one coverage. Great job by the Kansas City Chiefs defense, doing a fantastic job. And it's blocked! It's blocked! It's blocked! Justin Reed comes in, blocks the field goal. No points for the Denver Broncos. 6:34 left in the 3rd quarter. Justin Reed makes a play. And after that great long drive, no points. And I'll be honest with you, it looked like Justin Reed may have been offsides, but it looks like nobody blocked him, just came in untouched, blocked it. Great job by the Kansas City Chiefs special teams unit. You're still up by 8. Denver Gator says, I know we're done, but you're up by 8. The Denver Gator, let me ask this. Before the game started, if you were to say 6:36 left in the 3rd quarter and you're up by 8. That's not bad. All right, we got some updates. Cleveland, this is a fun one here in Seattle. Cleveland's now up 20-17, 2:45 left in the 3rd. Baltimore's up 14-7, 7:28 in the desert. Surprisingly low-scoring game. And Cincinnati's up 17-10, 6:09 left in the 3rd. If you're doing over-under betting, it's now 39.5 for this game. And the Chiefs are a 2.5-point favorite. So, and bear with me. I'm having some computer issues again. So bear with me here. So I apologize for that. Still working out all the kinks of doing the live stream. As time goes on, the live streams are going to get better and better. I know a lot of other YouTube channels use graphic designers, and that's something I'm going to incorporate in the future. This season is just going to be me talking, answering questions, giving gambling advice, prop betting, anything that you want. The main thing is that when I do the games here, I just love to get interaction. And if you want to talk about draft, one probably wants to talk Denver Broncos, whatever you want to do here, I'm game for it. I'm just extremely grateful that you tune in and listen to me talk football, because it's my favorite thing in the whole world. And I'm fully aware I'm not sounding at my best, but I'm here, and I'm having a great time, and I hope that all of you that are watching enjoy it. Don't forget, if you are new or it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out quite a bit when you subscribe. So as we return from commercial break, it's 6:34 left in the 3rd quarter here. Kansas City down 14-9, but after the blocked field goal, they get the ball on the 27-yard line with an opportunity to try to take the lead for the first time all day. It's going to be Pacheco right up the middle, and he's going to power forward for a gain of 5. Nice job by Pacheco here. Oh, yeah. Slasher. Everything that you want an underdog to do the Denver Broncos are doing. They're doing an A-plus job today. Very impressed by Denver. If Denver played like this all year, they would definitely be a lot better than 2-5. Easy. 2nd and 5 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation here. They're going to pass it backwards to McCole Hardman. He's going to score it forward and just get a gain of 1 as he is pushed out of bounds by Patrick Surtain. Nice job by the Broncos defense. And I know you guys are saying this, but Vance Joseph's done an A-plus job in both games against Kansas City. And, he held Kansas City to 19 points a few weeks ago at Arrowhead, and he's held Kansas City to 9 points and forced 3 turnovers already. So great job. 3rd down, 3rd and short here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Key 3rd down is they don't want to go 3 and out after that long drive, even though it didn't result in any points. It ate up a lot of clock here. Patrick Mahomes going to go back to pass here. He's going to be pressured, and he's going to go down. Great job by the Denver Broncos defense. Josie Jewell on the sack. And there's a flag on the play here, and Patrick Mahomes he's separating looks like Donovan Smith here, and Patrick Mahomes is pointing towards the Denver Broncos here, and it looks like it's going to be Denver Broncos defensive holding. It's going to give the Chiefs an automatic 1st down here, and Denver did this perfectly. They on third down, you get the sack, but it's going to be holding on the defensive holding here. It's going to be Fabian Monroe, and he's matched up 1-on-1 against Travis Kelce. And I'll be honest with you, the Chiefs may have gotten away with one. I've seen a lot worse than that. Not get called. So I'm just going to say that. Oh, no, and Rashid Rice was open for a 15-yard gain and just drops it. I was just talking about how awesome Rashid Rice was playing. And back to that holding call against Fabian Monroe. He was 1-on-1 against Kelce. I've seen a lot worse than that not get called. But Rashid Rice, man, what a great job he's done this year. But that hit you right in the hands. That was 15-yard gains right in the hands with room to run. You got to make that catch, son. 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs, 4:53 left in the 3rd quarter here. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation, sprints out to the bottom of the screen here. He's going to cut back here. He's got some room, sidearms it to Justin Watson. Welcome back, Watson, for a 1st down. And how many quarterbacks do I recommend that are running one way to twist, contort, and throw the ball sideways opposite? None. How many can do it well? Patrick Mahomes. That's just unbelievable. I never recommend a throw like that, and it's not an ESPN type of play, but it's a phenomenal play. So coming back from an elbow injury has sidelined him for a couple weeks. Justin Watson comes in, makes a key 1st down. 19 out of 24 for 187 and 1 interception for Patrick Mahomes. Going to be a little sprint out to McCole Hardman. They're going to use him as a running back, which he was a 5-star running back coming out of high school. Cole Hardman gets a gain of 3 here. So the Chiefs are getting a little creative here trying to catch the Denver Broncos off guard. You can criticize Vance Joseph all you want, but what he's doing against Kansas City Chiefs has been nothing short of genius here. As they, by the way, that could have easily been a call to hold on Travis Kelce. Not a hold, but could have easily been, as Miracle Hardman was able to get 3 yards. 2nd and 7 here. And it's a legal substitution here for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to go back 5. And I didn't see who it was, but they had 12 in the huddle. I don't know who was not supposed to be there. 3:41 left in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be Denver's up 14-9. Kansas City's going to get the ball. It's going to be 2nd and 12 here. 2nd and 7. 12 men in the huddle. It's going to move the ball back. It's still in Denver territory. It's at the 49-yard line here. It's going to be Kelce and Rashid Rice at the bottom. It's going to be who's that? Justin Watson, Kadarius Toney to the top. Mahomes back to pass. He's going to check down to Isaiah Pacheco, and Pacheco's going to squirt forward for a gain of 9 here. Nice job by Pacheco. Just takes the outlet pass and just squirts forward for a gain of 9 on the Denver Broncos sideline. So it's going to be 3rd and short here. We're going to get MVS, Sky Moore, and Justin Watson are going to come back to the game. Travis Kelce is going to be there. Sky Moore is going to be the receiver on the bottom of the formation here. We got trips to the top. Jared McKinnon's going to come in here. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's kind of in no man's land. So if the Chiefs don't get a first down, be interested to see what they do. Patrick Mahomes is going to go back to pass here. Denver puts pressure up, but Patrick Mahomes goes deep, tries to hit Watson, and just overthrows him by a yard or two. So it's 4th and 5 here, and it's going to be very interesting to see what the Kansas City Chiefs do because they're at the 42. I don't know if you really want to try a 59-yard field goal. Can Butker kick a 59-yard field goal at Mile High? Sure. But do you really want to do it? Instead, what they're going to do is they're going to punt, and I don't know. I mean, of all the times that you may want to go for it on 4th down, this might be it. Because, I mean, you're going to get an extra 22 yards if it goes out of the end zone here. But Townsend's going to take the punt. Townsend's an excellent pooch punter, and the Chiefs are going to get the ball downed, and it's going to be inside the 10. So the Denver Broncos are going to get the ball back at about the 9-yard line. So we're going to take a commercial break, and when play resumes, it's 2:45 left in the 3rd quarter here. Denver Broncos 14, Kansas City Chiefs 9. And Slasher, these Broncos are putting up a fight. Absolutely, they're putting up a fight. They're doing an A-plus job. I can't give the Denver Broncos enough credit. Can't give the Denver Broncos enough credit. Quick summary here of what's been going on here is we are approaching the 4th quarter in San Francisco. Cincinnati's still up 17-10. Looks like 31 seconds left in the 3rd. It's been 14-7 for a while. The Cardinals are hanging around. 3:52 left in the 3rd quarter here is Baltimore's 14, Arizona 7. We are now approaching the 4th quarter in the earliest of the afternoon games. Cleveland is still up 20-7. If you like doing in-game sports betting, the over-under on the Chiefs game is 36.5. Remember when I told you at 44.5, you may want to consider putting some action down? Maybe you should listen to that. Chiefs are a 1.5 point favorite if you want to do some in-game betting. So, and Slasher, the Denver Broncos are doing everything perfect. I mean, through 3 quarters, they've held Kansas City to 9 points. And you still got people wanting to fire Vance Joseph. Of course, remember he gave up 70 to Miami earlier today, so I don't really blame people for wanting to fire Vance Joseph. But, yeah. The Denver Broncos are putting up an excellent, excellent fight. I can't give the Denver Broncos enough credit. Every single thing that you want a team to do, turnovers, holding teams to field goals. Remember the Kansas City Chiefs had the ball inside the 5 and they had to resort to a field goal, scoring touchdowns instead of field goals, which Denver's done. And the key is what they wanted to do was eat up the clock. Remember, even though that 8.5-minute drive did not result in any points, it ate up 8.5 minutes. And so Kansas City has to punt the ball. And look, the way Denver's defense has been playing, if you go ahead and you score a touchdown here and make this a 2-possession game, well, actually, if they score they score a touchdown, make it a 2-possession game, who knows what can happen? Who knows what can happen? We give a lot of credit to the Denver Broncos. A-plus job of what they're doing. 2:45 is left in the 3rd here. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson's going to be in shotgun formation here. It's going to hand off to Javonte Williams. He's going to bounce around to the right side. He's going to get to 15. He's going to cut back inside after the 1st down, and he's going to get a gain of 10. What a great job by Javonte Williams here. Just sprints right outside, and this is such a talented player. I absolutely love Javonte Williams, 2nd-round pick out of North Carolina. And what they're going to do is they're going to change the tempo here. They're going to go up-tempo here, and they're going to go 3 wide receivers, 1 running back. Javonte Williams is going to stay into the game here. And it's kind of neat what they're doing here. They got Marvin Mims lined up as in a tight end type position here. Could be a gadget type of play here. Russell Wilson's going to hand off instead to Javonte Williams. He's going to try the right side, and he is tackled after a gain of 2. So as we go under 2 minutes in the 3rd quarter here, the Denver Broncos just doing a fantastic job. I can't say this enough here, but Javonte Williams He's the guy that really had to put the Denver Broncos on his back. He's the guy that just had to power forward. He's the guy that just had to get those touches, and he's doing an excellent job. 17 carries, 75 yards for the day. 2nd and 8 for the Denver Broncos here. Russell Wilson's going to go under center here. They're going to motion. Russell Wilson play action pass, but Javonte Williams for a screen pass. He's got some open room. He's going to cut back to the 30, at the 35-yard line. It's going to be a first down Denver. What a great job by the Denver Broncos. I cannot say this enough. The Denver Broncos have come to play today. This was just a great play call by the Denver Broncos, by the way. What a great play call by the Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos. We are under a minute in the 4th quarter. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line here. They're going to motion Jerry Jeudy. 2 tight ends here as we go to 12 personnel. Samurai P. Ryan's in the game here, and there's going to be a little motion here, but it's going to be – did they get a timeout, or is this going to be a delay of game? It looks like Denver did get the timeout in time here as the play clock was going down to 0. So Denver's going to call timeout with 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Great job by the Denver Broncos, by the way. 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. They call timeout. Denver 14, Kansas City 9. And we're going to go to a commercial break. Just a quick recap here. No scores have changed. It's going to be start of the 4th quarter here in San Francisco. Cincinnati still up 17-0. 151 left in the 3rd. Baltimore 14, Arizona 7. 12:30 and counting in Seattle. Cleveland still up 2017. So we got you all caught up. We are ready to go. And after commercial break here, we got a good game, folks. We got a really good game. If you are tuning in late, the Denver Broncos opening drive held Kansas City to a 3-and-out, went right down the field, scored a touchdown, and have had to lead the entire game. The Kansas City Chiefs, 3 turnovers, unheard of for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes not having his best day, not feeling well, battling a flu. Javonte Williams having an excellent game. Kansas City got lucky at the end of the 1st half. George Karlaftis had a strip sack, which gave the Chiefs the ball back when they were able to kick a 56-yard field goal to end the 1st half to make it 14-9. Even though there's 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, it appears there's going to be no scoring in the 3rd quarter. So we're going to approach the 4th quarter with the score being 14-9. We're on a commercial break right now as Denver called the timeout as they were doing their best that they could to stop a delay of game penalty. It's going to be 2nd and 10 with 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Denver is up 14-9. And Slasher has this comment that I'm just leaving up because they are just doing an excellent job. Excellent job. I everything that you could want in an upset has happened. Recipe for an upset, everything has gone Denver's way so far. And it's 1st and 10 for Denver, not 2nd and 10. 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Denver has 2 timeouts. They're going to line up here. 2 wide receivers from motion Jeudy up to the top here. They're going to line up old school offset I formation here. Russell Wilson looks like he's going to audible here. He's going to audible and go back shotgun formation. Now it's going to be offset I to a split back set. Russell Wilson in shotgun. Chiefs are going to bring the blitz here. Russell Wilson has time. He's going to check down here, and it's going to be P. Ryan, and he's going to power forward for 1st down. There is a flag on the play here. Now, normally it would indicate holding, but we're going to have to see what happens here. But nice job by Russell Wilson here, checking out of whatever play that they were going to run. And it's going to be a false start against Denver, negating the 1st down. So it's going to be -5. So instead of a 1st down and a very nice play call and audible by Russell Wilson, it's actually not a false start. It's an illegal formation. So it's going to be 1st and 15. The clock is going to keep running. as we are under 30 in the third quarter here. 1st and 15 for the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson under center. 3 wide receivers, and it looks like it's McLaughlin. It's going to be the lone setback here. I'm sorry, it's Javonte Williams. And Russell Wilson's going to go ahead and it looks like he's going to hand off to Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams can be stopped behind the line of scrimmage here. Trent McDuffie on a corner blitz forces Javonte Williams to lose a yard here. So after 3 quarters, Denver still taking the lead here. Denver 14, Kansas City 9 after 3. But it is going to be 2nd and 16. So Denver's still got its work cut out for them. But as of right now, look like they're in excellent position to pull off the upset. Actually, we do have a quick update here. Baltimore scored a touchdown to take a 14-point lead with 35 seconds left in the third quarter. It's going to be Baltimore 21, Arizona 7 in the desert. 13-15 in the fourth quarter. Cincinnati still up 17-10. And with 10:42 left in the fourth quarter, Cleveland 20, Seattle 17. And that's where we're at right now. And as we are on a commercial break here, Denver is up 14-9. Man, what a great game. What a great game. And I keep leaving this comment up because I'm just very impressed with the way the Denver Broncos are playing. Vance Joseph has been much maligned. A lot of people thought that there was a possibility he could get fired mid-season because he's had the worst defense in the NFL. For a team that last couple of years, the Denver Broncos had one of the best defenses, now one of the worst defenses. But whatever he's doing against the Chiefs is working, as they held Kansas City to 19 points a couple weeks ago at Arrowhead, and they've held Kansas City to 9 through 3 quarters at Mile High Invesco Field at Mile High Stadium. They call it that. I still call it Mile High, but that's just me. That's just me. What a great job. Great job by the Denver Broncos. If you do some in-game betting here, Kansas City is now a 1.5-point dog. The over-under is 35.5. Remember when I told you it was 44.5? You may want to consider taking the under. And if you do like the Chiefs, you can get 1.5 points. But this is the first time all day that DraftKings has the Denver Broncos favored to win the game. The upset is smelling. The upset is brewing here, folks. If you're a Chiefs fan like myself, you may have to say goodbye to the longest win streak against one opponent in NFL history. It's at 16 games, but it looks like it could come to an end here. Looks like it could come to an end. And as we are coming back from commercial break, it's going to be Kansas City Chiefs 9, Denver Broncos 14, 1 quarter left. 1 quarter left in a very exciting AFC West battle. We got a tough one here for Denver, though. It's going to be 2nd and 16 here. Denver's now going left to right on your screen here at the 29-yard line here. 2nd and very long for the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson back to pass. Chiefs bring pressure here. And it's going to be they're going to throw a flag here, and L'Jarius Sneed's going to get called for holding again. And what this is that what they're doing is they're isolating Cortland Sutton one-on-one against L'Jarius Sneed. And Sutton's been called for a penalty before, but this one's going against L'Jarius Sneed. This one you could call either way, but Sneed's going to get called for this one. It's going to be pass interference and automatic first down for the Denver Broncos. Great job by the Denver Broncos here. It's at 2nd long, so what do? You take your best wide receiver, you isolate him at the top of formation, get him one-on-one, and just give him a jump ball. Give him a jump ball. Give him an opportunity. Now, Sutton's off on the sidelines, and he's holding his right shoulder, and he looks like he's in some pain. He's in some pain here, but he's out of the game right now. It's offset I formation, which the Denver Broncos have been using quite a bit this game here, and it's going to be a handoff here. It's going to be a Javonte Williams, and he's going to be stopped near or at the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of a half a yard here, as the Kansas City Chiefs are ready for that. And we've been seeing this quite a bit from the Denver Broncos, as they just go old school offset I formation and just try to run the ball. And I think it's a great move by the Denver Broncos to just try to control the clock, eat up as much time as you possibly can. 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at their own 47-yard line here. Russell Wilson, empty formation here, trips to the top of the screen. Sutton and McLaughlin to the bottom. They're going to move Troutman down here. And it looks like there's going to be some confusion here. And the Denver Broncos, I believe, are going to call a timeout again. So the Denver Broncos are going to call their – no, actually, this is a Kansas City Chief timeout. And the way that they went empty formation and looked like they're motioning and moving around, it seemed like it was a problem with the Denver Broncos. But with 14-19 left in the fourth quarter – 14-19 left in the fourth quarter. Kansas City Chiefs are going to call timeout. Denver 14, Kansas City 9 as we go on commercial break here. I'm going to check DraftKings out, see if we have any new and exciting updates. We do not. 13 and counting. Cincinnati still up 17-10. 14-40 and counting. Baltimore's up 21-7. 8-14 for the first afternoon game. Cleveland is still up in the Emerald City. 2017, 8:06 left in the fourth quarter here. So after we get back from commercial break here, we're going to find out what's going on with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. And the Denver Broncos are just doing a fantastic job, folks. I give them a lot of credit, win or lose. Hopefully it's a loss. Nobody wants to see Denver win this game. Nobody. Nobody wants to see the Denver Broncos win, but they are putting up one hell of a fight. One hell of a fight. And the Kansas City Chiefs had to burn one of their timeouts, something I didn't really like, but give credit to the Denver Broncos for going offset I and then going empty back formation and cause some problems with the Kansas City Chiefs secondary, at least enough problems that they want to go ahead and call a timeout. So the commercial break is resuming here, or I'm sorry, the game is resuming from commercial break here. Denver Broncos are up 14-9, and we got a good one here, man. We got a real good one. I cannot emphasize this enough. I've just been so impressed with the way the Denver Broncos have played. And by the way, I lied to you about the commercial break almost being over. It's just, God, there's so many damn commercials today. Hey, but hey, you know what? It's the way of the world. Thank you so much for tuning in as we get back to the game now. 14-19 left in the fourth quarter here. Denver Broncos up 14-9 here. Kansas City had to burn a timeout. And it's going to be Denver Broncos ball, 2nd and 10. Russell Wilson back to pass here. A little slip screen to a McLaughlin. He's going to get I can't tell if he got a first down or not. This was a nice play. Basically, even though it's going to count on the stat sheet as a pass, just a little sprint draw out to the right. Basically, Russell Wilson got the ball turned out, threw it to the top of the formation to McLaughlin. He just ran, and it is a first down. Give the Denver Broncos a lot of credit here. And even though if you look back on the instant replay, it looks like he might have been short a half a yard. Kansas City Chiefs aren't going to challenge this, though. But, okay, the referee is going to correct it here because it looks like he is about half a yard short. So they are in enemy territory. It's at the 43-yard line now. And there's a little confusion on what's going on here because here's a drill. McLaughlin was short of the first down by about half a yard. There was a correction. Instead of being 1st and 10, it's going to be about third and 1. But for some reason or another, not exactly sure what's going on. It seems to be a clock issue. Right now, the referees are working with trying to get the clock resumed here. And this was a great job by the Denver Broncos. What they did is they spread the field out, moved McLaughlin to the top of the formation, just even though it's technically a pass, it was just basically an extension of the running game, and he did an A-plus job. All right, 3rd and 1, 13:27 left in the game. Denver is up 14-9. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining, and there's now some more clock confusion as what's going on. I thought the game was getting ready to get back on. Instead, they're trying to figure out what's going on with the clock here. It's kind of funny to see Sean Payton chuckling, probably because it's just kind of sloppy here with what's going on right now. But To be honest with you, the second and one really doesn't hurt Denver right here. The third and one doesn't really hurt Denver that much. And now I apologize. It looks like we're stopping the game due to a Kinsey Chief injury. It's Drew Tranquil, and this is a big one because he's actually the nickel backup linebacker for Nick Bolton, and he's on the ground. He's got a knee, and it's unclear of what's going on with him, but he's coming off the field, and he's limping heavily. And this is not a good sign for the Kansas City Chiefs because Drew Tranquil is the one who made this tackle, and he's having an excellent game. But he's replacing Pro Bowl. Well, he didn't go to a Pro Bowl, but he should have. Nick Bolton, who's going to be out for at least the next 4 weeks. He has a dislocated wrist. It's unclear of who's going to replace him here, but Drew Tranquil is taking his helmet off, going out. It's 3rd and 1 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Very big 3rd down for the Denver Broncos here. And Willie Gay is also questionable, so you're going to have Leo Chenal is going to come in, and I actually don't know who the other linebacker is off the top of my head. Russell Wilson's going to take a quarterback draw, and he's going to get a 1st down. Great job by the Denver Broncos here. Just, nothing fancy. This is what they should have done earlier in the game when they went for it. So the Kansas City Chiefs are going to use Cochran, who's their long snapper, as a linebacker. They had Leo Chenal, and the Denver Broncos are going to go ahead and switch up the formation a little more. Leo Chenal's in there, and I'm not really sure who the other linebacker is. I'm going to find out here in just a second. Russell Wilson's under shotgun here. They're going to try to take advantage of the new linebackers here. It's going to be they're just going to run McLaughlin, but McLaughlin breaks a tackle. He gets the open field to the 30, runs out of bounds, and they do take advantage of the inside linebackers being gone because what they did is they just ran the ball right up the middle, and they had lots of room, got a 1st down. Great job by McLaughlin here. And I'll be honest with you, I should know who that is, but I do not. It's Cam Jones. Cam Jones is the other linebacker. He's the guy that doesn't see a lot of playing time, but thanks to all these injuries, we got him in there now. Drew Tranquil is going to come back on the field. It's going to be Cochran, who's normally the long snapper. He's going to step in. Russell Wilson's going to hand off to Javonte Williams, who's going to power forward for a gain of 3 here. And Cochran, who's normally the long snapper, was in on the tackle here. So Denver Broncos are going to try to take advantage of the depleted linebacking core of the Kansas City Chiefs here as we approach under 12.5 in the 4th quarter. And Denver is now in field goal range. And they would love nothing more than to make this an 8-point game. Of course, they make this a double-digit game. It may be very difficult to come back from. 2nd and about 8 here. Russell Wilson shotgun formation. He's going to fake the handoff. And by the way, fake the handoff to McLaughlin. They're trying to hit Jerry Jeudy on a slant route. Jeudy was open, but the throw was behind him. And I don't know if a Chiefs player affected that or not, but it's going to be 3rd and 8. This is a big 3rd down. Biggest 3rd down in the game here because if Denver completes this, not only can they eat up some clock, it puts them in position to make this a 2-possession game. 12:01 left in the 4th quarter, 3rd and 8 for the Denver Broncos here. They're going to put P. Ryan in there. Cortland Sutton's going to motion to the top of the formation here. 2 wide receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom here. Russell Wilson in shotgun formation. P. Ryan to his right. It's going to be sack! Leo Chenal! A huge sack on 3rd down. Came in. I don't think anybody blocked him. I think Leo Chenal just came in. 5 sacks on the day for this Chiefs defense, and nobody did touch him. And the reason why is Leo Chenal was on the inside, Chris Jones was on the outside, and what they did is they double teamed Chris Jones. And even though Leo Chenal got that sack, Leo Chenal is going to get credit for the sack. That was 100% on Chris Jones because when they lined Chris Jones out to the outside, it made it so that you had to double team Chris Jones. Oh no! And Denver Broncos punt. It's fumbled by Hardman. Denver ball at the 9-yard line. Oh my God! Miracle Hardman. Oh man, may have fumbled the game away. Oh man, it would have been 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at the 9. Instead, it's going to be 1st and goal to go for the Denver Broncos. And Miracle Hardman, it just goes right through his hands. No excuse. No excuse. Just goes right through his hands. How do you lose when you're a heavy favorite? Well, 4 turnovers. That's a big one. And the defense, the Kansas City Chiefs defense has just played absolutely phenomenal all day. But this fumbled punt by Miracle Hardman may have sunk it. So 11:15 left in the game. Denver's up 14-9, and they're going to get the ball 1st and 9. And there's multiple flags down now. We're going to find out what happens here. It's going to be illegal touching. Okay, I'm sorry. It's going to be so what happened is on the punt return, there was actually 12 players on the field, and Denver's obviously going to decline that. Yep. Listen, everything that you need for an upset has happened. But that fumbled punt, that might have sunk it. That seriously, it's 14-9. Give Mahomes the ball back 90 yards to go. I'm not really that worried, but if you go up by 2 scores here, that's a big deal. 11:15 left, 1st and goal for the Denver Broncos. What a huge. Yeah. By the way, Denver 49ers are losing. And the referees are going to stop the game again. There's been a lot of game stoppages here, unfortunately. And they're showing a very frustrated Mahomes. But it's going to be 1st and goal. And by the way, the Chiefs defense is playing lights out. But when you turn the ball over 4 times, there's really not much you can do. Not much you can do. Time of possession this half, 14:56 for Denver, 3:49 for Kansas City. That sums it up. That's what you want to do for the Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos here. Russell Wilson's going to hand off to Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams is going to power forward for a gain of 4. Nice run by Javonte Williams here. And this is, to be honest with you, it's almost better that Denver eats up clock than if you had to choose between eat up clock, kick a field goal, versus just kick a field goal. Nah, it's much better to score a touchdown, I was going to say. But your main goal here is you really want to eat up some clock. If I'm Denver, I don't get overly creative. I don't get cute here. I lean on that big Javonte Williams here. It's 2nd and goal here. Russell Wilson's going to go back to passer. He's being pressured here. He's going to scramble forward. He's going to throw the ball at the back of the end zone. And that's a touchdown. Cortland Sutton, touchdown, Denver Broncos. Denver's going to make this a 2-possession game. Denver's up 20-9. And Denver, in One Pride 40, you are 100% correct. The Chiefs are having a terrible game, and the 49ers are losing. Double dose of One Pride 40 being right. And there is a flag down on the play here. This is going to be against Kansas City, so the touchdown is going to count if you're curious here. They're just still celebrating. I believe this is an excessive celebration penalty here. We're going to find out here. Nope, it's holding against Kansas City, so it's going to be Denver Broncos are going to take a 20-9 lead with the kick coming up here. So, and this was just a great job here. Russell Wilson scrambling, not looking to run the ball, and finally Cortland Sutton at the back of the end zone here. Great job by the Denver Broncos today. I cannot give them enough credit. 10:33 left in the 4th quarter. Denver 21, Kansas City 9. And we're going to get caught up on this game here. Cincinnati 24, San Francisco 17. 8:12 left in the 4th. With 8:55 and counting, Baltimore's taking a 24-7 lead in Desert. And it looks like we are approaching or at the 2-minute warning in the Emerald City. Cleveland 20, Seattle 17. So they're at the 2-minute warning here. So Chargers or Bears. No, well, you know what? It was supposed to be a snow game, but the snow stopped in Denver, and they've just done an excellent job Isn't it a snow game? It should be. Here's the deal. It was supposed to be a snow game. They were talking about anywhere between 6 to 10 inches, but the snow stopped. The grounds crew in Denver did an A+ job getting the field ready, so it's not snowing. It's a cold day in Denver, but it's actually, depending on how you look at it, it's perfect football. I actually don't blame Matt Nagy for this. I mean, he's not responsible for Miracle Hardman dropping the punt. I mean, Hardman catches that punt. I feel pretty good about Patrick Mahomes down by 5 in the fourth quarter. I feel really good about that, to tell you the truth. That's not on him. Rashid Rice dropping a pass that would have been a first down. That's on Matt Nagy. So I disagree with you, but I will say this: the Chiefs' offense does not look nearly as good. And it may be that it might not be as much on Matt Nagy as it is Eric Bieniemy is really Eric Bieniemy may have a lot more than people thought. And I've been telling people, like, he's been in Kansas City as long as Andy Reid has. He means a lot more to this team than people think. A lot of people were thinking the Chiefs offense would be better without Bieniemy. I was not one of them. The Chiefs defense is playing fantastic, but yeah. One pride, I know I am too, but I'm going to tell you something. The one thing the Chiefs have been able to do over the years with Patrick Mahomes is that he's got plenty of time, and they're only down by 12. Patrick Mahomes can come back from 12 points. This is a team, even though that they've only scored 9 points. This is a team with a team that can put up points in bunches, and there's 10:33 left. So we got a lot of time, but you should be disappointed. It's a very disappointing game. Everything that you want for an upset has happened today. Denver's going to go ahead and kick off here. Miracle Hardman's still going to be back there returning kicks. It's going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at their own 25-yard line here. Patrick Mahomes has not had a good day, folks. 19 out of 25 for 190, but hey, it's money time, and Patrick Mahomes is the best in the business. So 21-9, Patrick Mahomes. Let's see what we can do here. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs, 10:33 in. Patrick Mahomes is going to go back to pass here. He wants to go deep, but he's going to check down, and that was bad. I don't know if Pacheco, it looked like Pacheco was running in. Mahomes was throwing out. 10:29 left in the fourth quarter, 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. 10:29 left in the game. Kansas City down by 12. 2nd and 10 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs have got to do something this possession. They have to do something this possession. Mahomes, shotgun formation. Pacheco to his right. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. It's going to be a quick one to Kelsey. Kelsey's going to fumble the ball, and it's going to be recovered by Denver. I don't know if it's going to be called a incomplete pass or a fumble. The Chiefs are getting a little testy here. It's going to be called an incompletion. I want to take a look at this because we're going to take a look here, and no, it's definitely an incompletion. The Denver Broncos did a good job by bracketing Kelsey, but I get what Kansas City was doing, just trying to get a quick throw out to Kelsey. Patrick Mahomes, empty formation. They're going to motion McKinnon back in the backfield. Trips at the very bottom of the screen. At the very bottom is Travis Kelsey. Sky Moore to the top here. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation. He's going to scramble around, does a little pirouette. He's going to throw the ball across, and Rashid Rice is going to catch the ball, but he's 1 yard short of the first down. And I'm not sure if Kansas City is going to punt or not. It looks like Kansas City is going to go for it. And I think you almost have to. I mean, you're down by 12. And honestly, even though Denver hasn't put up points, they've been able to move the ball up and down the field. So it's going to be 4th and 1. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to go for it. It's under 10 minutes left in the game here, and the Denver Broncos faithful. There is nobody sitting down. There's a lot of noise in the Broncos stadium here. Patrick Mahomes motioning around here. You're going to have trips to the bottom of the screen here. Travis Kelce's going to motion. He's going to line up his stereotypical Y. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. Travis Kelce's going to be wide open. He's going to catch it and get the first down. As Kansas City Chiefs look like they're going to go no huddle here. First and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Very key fourth down conversion here. What they did is just run a simple screen pass to your best player, and that's Travis Kelce. Great job by the Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He wants to go deep here. He's going to scramble. He's at the 45. He's going to move forward and slides down about at midfield. So it's going to be second and about 3 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Joe Burrow is cooking. We both predicted this, by the way. We both predicted this. We both predicted a Bengals win. Me and One Pride do agree on a few things. One of them is predicted the Bengals win. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's going to check down to Jared McKinnon, and he's incompletion here. And I couldn't tell if it was just a ball was low or if he just dropped it, but incompletion. It's going to be 3rd and 3 here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Very key third down as being that we're 8:44. Chiefs are down by 12. Unless there's a sack, I'm kind of thinking that Kansas City may go for it here. Down by 12, 8:44 left in the game, 3rd and 3. Patrick Mahomes back, shotgun formation here. He's got Jared McKinnon to his right. He moves Kelce to the top of the formation. MVS, Sky Moore at the bottom here. Patrick Mahomes scrambles around. He does a twist here. He's almost sacked. He's throwing the ball downfield. Noah Gray for a first down. Stereotypical Mahomes pirouettes. Gets Noah Gray for a gain of 20. Nice job, Patrick Mahomes. What a beautiful play here. They went ahead. Pocket was crumbling around him. Singleton was coming in. Goes ahead, hits Noah Gray downfield. Nice job by Noah Gray getting both feet in bounds. Gain of 20. 1st and 10 on the Denver Bronco 34-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to go back to pass. He's going downfield again, and it's going to be Sky Moore. Patrick Surtain. Excellent coverage there. What a great job by Patrick Surtain. What a great job by Patrick Surtain here. And we got a score update in the desert. Arizona scored, made a 2-point conversion, so it's 24-15. 8:14 left in this one, 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. A field goal does them no good. A field goal does them absolutely no good. So I don't see them kicking a field goal here. So I think you're in 4-down territory right now. Kansas City Chiefs at 34. They've got Kadarius Toney. He's going to motion here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He wants to go downfield here. Nobody's around. He's going to check down, and it's going to be Noah Gray. Nice open field tackle by McMillan. It's a gain of 6. Nice job here. It's going to be 3rd and about 3 or 4 here. And what they were doing is they were trying to go downfield. Patrick Mahomes wanted to go downfield, and then Noah Gray. And by the way, McMillan, excellent job in stopping Noah Gray, which could have been easily a first down. Patrick Mahomes back to pass and throws it. Now, there's a flag on the play here. I'm not exactly sure what the flag is, but Mahomes was hit as he threw the ball. It kind of wobbled harmlessly into an open field here. Benito, a second-round player, a second-round draft pick a year ago out of the University of Oklahoma, hit Mahomes, and the ball just fluttered innocently to the ground here. 7:40 left in the game. It's going to be 4th and 2. No point in kicking a field goal here. So Kansas City Chiefs are going to go for it here. It's going to be 4th and 2 at the Denver 27-yard line here. Patrick Mahomes going to motion McKinnon out. Patrick Mahomes going downfield, takes a shot at the end zone, and incomplete here. And this is not a good throw because Patrick Mahomes could have had McKinnon for a first down. He took a shot for the end zone, and he couldn't connect with Sky Moore. So it's going to be Denver ball, 7:35 left in the game. Denver's up by 12, folks. Denver's up by 12, and this was a big mistake by Patrick Mahomes. Is that I'm almost positive that he could have. You know what? I'm almost positive that he could have just went ahead and had McKinnon. I'm going to rewind this a little bit here because it looks like he could have had McKinnon for a first down here. So as we're on commercial break here, what they did is they motioned McKinnon, and McKinnon. No. So I see. No, they didn't. Okay, my mistake. It looked like McKinnon was open, but he was not. So give a great job to the Denver Broncos defense and the much maligned Vance Joseph as went ahead and did everything he can. Holding Kansas City to 9 points is never easy, and Denver has the ball back. They're up by 12 points. Every single thing that you want for an upset has happened. It looks like the Denver Broncos on the verge of breaking the streak. Really here, all you want to do is eat up some clock and not turn the ball over if you're the Denver Broncos. Some quick updates here. 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seattle has taken the lead 24-20 with 23 seconds left. 6:17 left in the fourth. Baltimore still up 24-15. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead as they are up 31-17 with 2:52 left in the fourth quarter. So it looks like Cincinnati's going to win. Baltimore and Arizona still a fight. And with 22 seconds left in the game, Seattle is up 24-20. So we're going to keep an eye out on those games here. For the game that we're going over now, it's a tough one. If you're a Chiefs fan like myself here, looks like the streak's going to come to an end here. 16 straight wins against the Denver Broncos, longest in NFL history. And the Denver Broncos finally broke it. Great job by Vance Joseph. A lot of people wanted him gone. A lot of people wanted him fired. Couldn't have done a better job today. Could not have done a better job today. Keep in mind that fumbled punt return he had nothing to do with, but great job holding the Kansas City Chiefs to 9 points. Just a great job holding the Kansas City Chiefs. The 9 points. 7:35 left in the game, and the number one thing you want to do here if you're the Kansas City Chiefs is that or if you're the Denver Broncos, you just want to eat up some clock and don't turn the ball over. They are working on Patrick Mahomes on the sideline. I mean, he was banged. He was not feeling well. But it looks like they're doing some work. The Denver Broncos are going to line up in 13 personnel. Apparently, they're listening to me. They're going to motion Marvin Mims to the top of the formation, just run Javonte Williams, and he's going to power forward for a gain of 2. He's going to power forward for a gain of 2 here. And this is what you want to do here if you're the – and by – oh, God, they're showing a replay here, and it looks like – honestly, God, it kind of looks like Sky Moore should have had this. It really looks like Sky Moore should have had that. I think a veteran receiver would have caught that. This guy, Sky Moore's a guy I had high expectations of at the beginning of the year, and Sky Moore's a guy I had very high expectations of at the beginning of the year. I thought he'd be a 1,000-yard receiver, and looking back at that replay, it almost looks like he should have caught that. 7:30 as the Chiefs take a timeout. Kind of strange time to call a timeout. So you have some questionable coaching decisions by Andy Reid. 5 turnovers by the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes not playing his best. And the Denver Broncos just doing everything. Now that's not a good play call by Denver. They decided to get a little cute and do a screen play to Javonte Williams, and the Chiefs were prepared for it. And on 3rd and 13 here, we have – don't tell me the Chiefs are calling another timeout. And this is some bad coaching here, and it's very rare for me to criticize Andy Reid, but you're using your timeouts way too soon. I mean, this is not a good idea, but it's 3rd and 13, and the Kansas City Chiefs are using another timeout, and I really don't get this at all. I understand you're trying to preserve some play clock, but I think it's way too soon. So with 7:26 left in the game, the Kansas City Chiefs will be officially out timeouts. Now, it is 3rd and 13, but, man, if Denver connects on this 3rd and 13, it's pretty much game over. I mean, Kansas City Chiefs won't be able to stop the clock. Kansas City Chiefs are going to double blitz here. Russell Wilson gets away from the blitz. He's going to scramble out to the top of the formation here, and he's going to slide wisely inbound. So the clock's going to continue going. The clock's going to continue rolling, even though Russell Wilson did lose a few yards. Very smart of Russell Wilson to not go out of bounds to stop the clock. And the Chiefs went ahead and brought the whole house here. Trent McDuffie almost had him for a sack. And Russell Wilson, great play by, even though you lose a few yards, keep the clock going, because now the Chiefs are going to get the ball back with about 6:40 left in the game. So, or actually it'll be under 6:40. And the Chiefs are down by 12. Chiefs are down by 12. Punt is away, and I believe Miracle Hardman's going to get a chance to redeem himself here. He's going to return the punt here at the 38. He's going to lose yards, and that's it. So he doesn't redeem himself. I would. You probably want to raise up the Bengals. I've been saying this for a while. I think this is the time of the year where the Bengals really start to get hot. This is the year. I really think the Bengals are the team to watch in the AFC going forward. I mean, I want to tell you it's my Chiefs, but I think the Bengals are the team. Just watch out for the Bengals. The defense is good. I think Burrow is going to start getting rolling now. Jamar Chase is as good as it gets. I'm going to do my best to come out with a video one, Pride. Hopefully I will. 6:33 left in the game here. Chiefs are going to try to come back here. Patrick Mahomes trying to play hero ball here, and this is just some really bad coaching here, and because you didn't need to use all those timeouts right away, and Patrick Mahomes wanted to go downfield. Instead of going downfield, they should have just gone short. There's no reason to go into a complete panic here. You got 6:26 left. Instead of trying to just throw downfield, you should just try to move the ball downfield. Mahomes is wearing a glove on his left hand. There seems to be something wrong with it. Patrick Mahomes is going to go back to passer. He's not 100%. He's staying in the pocket, and he's sacked. And this is just some really bad coaching by Andy Reid. And Patrick Mahomes, there's something wrong with his left hand. And bottom line, what he should have, there's no reason to just try to throw bombs every play. And by the way, whoever numbers, I'm drawing a blank on number 0, but that whole defensive line, they did not blitz. They just got pressure on Kansas City with 4. So 3rd and 17 here. By the way, Denver's only 2nd sack of the game here. Kansas City Chiefs are going to go shotgun formation here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's going to be hit. He's going to scramble around. Donovan Smith, what the fuck are you doing, man? And I mean, and Baron Browning, another sack here, and it's going to be 4th and forever. And the Chiefs' body language kind of says it all here. Jawan Taylor got beat. Then, honestly, what happened was Donovan Smith kind of sacked Mahomes. So on 4th and 22, Kansas City Chiefs are going to stay on the field. They only got this is just terrible. I'm just disgusted by this. I don't mind losing, but this is just a poorly coached game by Andy Reid. Patrick Mahomes scrambling around. He's just going to chuck it downfield, and it's going to be intercepted. Should have been knocked down, to be honest with you. Justin Simmons, so he's going to run it back. And Denver Broncos have iced it. I know there's 4:45 left in the game, but the Chiefs have no timeouts. They're just beaten. This is give. By the way, I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to drop in my power rankings as well. Give the Denver Broncos a lot of credit because they were ready to play, but the Kansas City Chiefs just kind of beat up themselves, and nobody's really doing much of anything. People are standing around. Some really bad coaching by one of the greatest coaches in NFL history, in Andy Reid, but this is just awful. I mean, this is just awful. 4:45's left in the game, and I'll be honest with you, if I'm the Denver Broncos, I might be tempted just to take a knee. And you're in field goal range already. You may just want to take 3 knees and kick a field goal, go up by 15. I doubt that's what they're going to do, but Kansas City Chiefs cannot stop the clock. 21-9, no timeouts remaining. Denver Broncos are going to line up in old school I formation. two tight ends on the line of scrimmage. I believe that's Marvin Mims to the bottom, split out here, and it's just going to be a handoff to Javonte Williams, and he's going to power forward for a gain of 6. It's going to be a long 5, short 6, and Javonte Williams, man, what a great game he's having. What a great game he's having. I really want to give a lot of credit to the Denver Broncos. As well as Denver's played, Kansas City's played poorly. This is just embarrassing. Showing Patrick Mahomes on the sidelines, he is just disgusted. The Chiefs defense, nothing to be ashamed of. They actually, if you look at box score, you may say Chiefs defense could have done more. No, they did a fantastic job. Willie Gay is not in. Drew Tranquill's back. It's going to be a handoff here. Javonte Williams, he's going to bounce it to the outside. He's going to be just short of a first down here. Nice run by Javonte Williams here. And I cannot tell you how impressed I am with Javonte Williams. Absolutely loved him coming out of North Carolina. Just a Class A guy, All-American linebacker coming out of high school, valedictorian of his high school. Smart young man, big, strong, tough. If he didn't get injured last year, I'm firmly convinced. And he missed a couple games due to an injury this year. If he stays healthy, he's one of the best running backs in the National Football League. Huge Javonte Williams fan. 3rd and 1 here as 3rd and 1 here, and Denver Broncos are going to call a timeout. They let the clock go down to 2, and with 3:17 left in the game, Denver Broncos they don't really need to do much of anything. We needed this bashing. We were getting too Hollywood, LOL. I don't know about the Hollywood part, but I do like the bashing. Andy Reid did a bad job getting this team ready. Offensively, the team wasn't ready. McCole Hardman dropping a punt. Denver Gator, you should be celebrating. This was a great job by the Denver Broncos. This is why you brought in Sean Payton. This is why you brought in Russell Wilson. This is why you made all those offseason acquisitions. This is why you spent $150 million on the right side of the offensive line. Great job. Great win by the Denver Broncos. Great win for you, Denver Gator. 3rd and 1 here as Denver Broncos are going to go for it. Russell Wilson's going to power forward and get the first down. Great job by Russell Wilson here. And this is basically going to ice the game. Game's over. Basically, I'm just going to kind of stay on until it hits 000. That's just kind of how I am. That's what I do. Give the Denver Broncos a ton of credit. Kansas City Chiefs cannot stop the clock. The 2-minute warning, basically what Denver's going to do is run a play. Then it's going to go down to the 2-minute warning. And then they can I'm not really sure what they're going to do for the next couple plays. They're not in a position. They could, in theory, take a knee, but I don't really think they will. Javonte Williams is going to power forward here and get about a gain of 1. So we're going to head down to the 2-minute warning. Now, they don't want to give Kansas City the ball back if they don't have to. But, it's 2nd and goal, so. 2nd and goal, so. Denver Gator, you should be very proud. This is what the Denver Broncos needed, and this could be what turns around their season. You're 3-5. You finally win against Kansas City for the first time in 8 years, longest streak broken. The defense, if that defense can turn it around, I mean, there's some playmakers on offense. And Javonte Williams, remember, he was out for a couple of weeks. So I mean, give the Denver Broncos a lot of credit, and this makes things interesting in the AFC now. It makes things interesting because every team in the AFC now has 2 losses. Every team has 2 losses now. You got Baltimore. Now Baltimore had a bye, but they're 5-2. Granted, if they win again, they'll be 6-2 if they beat Arizona, which looks like they're going to do. Jacksonville and Miami. By the way, Miami and Kansas City are going to play in a fantastic game in Germany Sunday. And by the way, you don't want to miss out, as we're going to have Pete, and I'm drawing a blank on what his YouTube channel is. We have a Dolphins fan who's going to join the show Friday. So it's going to be Chiefs versus Dolphins. Moving the Niners to 5. One pride, if you don't mind, please share with me your power rankings whenever you get them out. If you want to, I can post your power rankings on Tuesday's show. If you want to come on Tuesday for a little bit and talk about your power rankings, I'm game. 100%. Leave it up to you. My picks video will be out, but if I do a power rankings video, it won't come out till Wednesday, and I'm on the fence about it. I'm on the fence about it because I really want to do something bigger than I don't just want to list. I want to give an explanation. I also want my picks video to be a little more in depth instead of what I've been doing where I just post the scores. I want to talk a little bit about each game, but it's I'm not the best. I do everything myself, and like the video creation, editing, it takes some time. And time's one thing I don't have a lot of. Time's one thing that I'm on a very, thin, thin. Very poorly coached game by Andy Reid. Very bad job by the Kansas City Chiefs, but the Denver Broncos have done everything perfectly. Second goal, 2-minute warning. Kansas City Chiefs cannot stop the clock. So what Denver's going to do is just hand off to Javonte Williams. Leo Chenal's going to blow the play up. It's going to be a loss of 3, but doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. We got a final: Seattle 24, Cleveland 20, Cincinnati 31, San Francisco 17. Baltimore's up 31-15 with under 2 in the game. Arizona's inside the red zone, though. By the way, with Taylor Swift in attendance, Travis Kelce averages 108 yards receiving a game without 46, and today only 58. So Chiefs definitely need some Taylor Swift. Love you, bro. I'm going to celebrate, and you should. And Denver, I believe, took a knee. I can't tell if they took a knee or they called the timeout. This didn't make any sense. Yeah, this didn't make any sense at all. I have no idea why Denver took a timeout here. By the way, Denver Gator, congratulations. Excellent win. And this is the game that can turn the whole season around for the Denver Broncos, because you're 2-5. Now you're looking at going 3-5, and you're now back in that playoff race. You really are. I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna get back to the game here, but as far as standings are concerned, they haven't updated it. But third goal here for the Denver Broncos. I'm not sure why they took a timeout, but they're going to hand off here. Javonte Williams stopped behind the line of scrimmage by Chris Jones. Basically, what Denver's going to do is they're going to kick a field goal with about 39 seconds left. So Kansas City will get the ball back 38 seconds. I'm not even sure Mahomes is going to enter the game. Kansas City, what they may do is I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas City just takes a knee. They're going to get the ball back with Kansas City is going to get the ball back with under 30 seconds left, down by apparently 15. So it wouldn't surprise me if Kansas City Chiefs are going to be offside. Justin Reed's trying to block another field goal, which would be huge right now. Instead, it's offsides. 34 seconds left in the game here. So that's where we're at right now. Denver Gator, congratulations, man. Denver Gator's my boy. I love the man. So I'm happy for him. Could not have a worse coached game than today. 28-yard field goal here for the Denver Broncos. I don't think we're going to get lucky and get another block. Kick is up. Kick is good. So the Chiefs are going to get the ball back less than 30 seconds. I'm actually thinking the Chiefs might just take a knee and just say, hey. Patrick Mahomes does not look. I don't know if he looks a little banged up, more dejected than anything else. First time losing. He's never had a road loss against a conference opponent, and that's just huge. But all streaks come to an end. I mean, we had a streak, 8 straight season openers broken by the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions did a great job. Streak broken by the Denver Broncos. And give them a ton of credit. And the way Patrick Mahomes is looking, I don't think he's going to go back out there. Score is 24-9, 31 seconds left in the game. Kansas City, of course, has no timeouts. I'm kind of leaning towards Kansas City just taking a knee here. We'll find out what they do. Maybe some Blaine Gabbert play. We'll see. Miracle Hardman's going to go ahead and take the kickoff back, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of 13. I think that was the play that really kind of sunk the Chiefs. You know, when the score was 14-9, Miracle Hardman dropping the punt. That just sinks the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, down by 5 with Mahomes, I feel good about it, but down by 12 when you've had problems all day, that's a different thing. 24-9, 26 seconds left in the game here. Patrick Mahomes is going to he's going to be in shotgun formation here. Trips at the top of the screen here. They're in motion right. Rashee Rice to the bottom of the formation here. They're going to give Rashee Rice the ball. He's going to squirt forward. He's going to bounce off a player and then go down. Clock's going to continue to go here as we are under 15, 14. And Russell Wilson urging the crowd to cheer, and Kansas City's not going to run another play. It's a game over. Denver has beaten the Kansas City Chiefs. Denver 24, Kansas City 9. What a great job by the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos went ahead, got it done. They advanced to 3-5. What a great job by the Denver Broncos. And it makes the AFC much more interesting. I was trying to go to ESPN. They do not have it updated yet with the rankings. But the whole AFC becomes very interesting. All the teams, I mean, there are Baltimore, Jacksonville, Miami, and Kansas City, all with 2 wins or 2 losses. Miami and Kansas City will play in Frankfurt next Sunday, and I will be doing that game live. I really hope that everybody can jump on and join me there. By the way, unless anybody has anything, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. But I want to thank everybody for joining me. This was a lot of fun. I can't tell you how much I love doing this. This has just been an absolute blast. I love coming on here, interacting with you guys. Talking football. Of course, I'm disappointed my Chiefs lost, but I'm really happy just to be here and talk football with you guys. So I thank every single one of you for coming in and joining the live stream. I will be back next Sunday early in the morning for Chiefs Dolphins. Also, don't forget, I will be live Halloween night. I know a lot of you are going to be trick-or-treating. I will not. I will be here live. I'll go over my picks video. Anything else that you want to talk about? We're going to recap all of everything that happened for a wild week 8. And then make sure you tune in Friday. I got a special guest star, Pete. He has a Dolphins YouTube channel, so Chiefs versus Dolphins on Friday. So next week, I got a great group of I'm going to have at least a picks video, maybe a power rankings video as well. So thank you, everybody. Don't forget, all my social medias below. If you haven't already, you can send me a friend request. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. No TikTok, but that may change soon. Guys, thank you so much for joining in, and I will see you all back hopefully Tuesday Halloween night.